sort of session, but don't worry if you're playing a cleric. It's not written in the rules that you have to just turn into a deaf cleric in episode 1, which is particularly unfortunate.
Indeed, it's not mandatory, but it is advised. So yes, today's session, Lost Man of Phandelver, is all about teaching you guys not only putting on a show and let you guys enjoy our show, but to teach you a bit about D&D as well. So if you guys have any questions throughout today's session about D&D, about how to play it, about what we're doing, then we would very much appreciate you guys just asking a question and going ahead, and we'll try and answer it for you. In other news, we've just hit 25 subscribers, which is fucking cool. So thanks, guys. We got partnered basically yesterday. Already 25 of you. And thanks so much to... Oh, there's 2 of those playing. This is interesting. Thanks so much to Kawaya for following. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. And... thank you for joining us today. Why are we shouting? So, if you guys haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. We're giving away a player's handbook. You can find the handbook all the way over here, and go and chat and spam it there and get involved with that. If you want to play, you want to get a session together, then that's a great place to do that. Also, shout out to Roll20 for retweeting us and for quoting us. That's cool. We're playing the new Roll20 module today. So that is probably why they decided to do that. And thanks so much to Gift Gone for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. 420, yes it is. Let's go and see here. So yeah, I actually went on the marketplace today, and for $20 I bought the new Roll20 Lost Mine of Phandelver, and I also bought the $50 Storm King's Thunder pre-order thing. Thanks so much to K&B Golf for following as well. Welcome. You're all gentlemen and scholars, guys. So $20, it gets you all of the packs. I'll go and show you a quick overview of what you get. It's pretty cool. It gives you all of the different maps that you'll need. So I'll go over to here into Cragmore Hideout, and it actually gives you all of the different tokens and stuff, and it gives you the maps and everything which you need to do all for you. It gives you all of the handouts over the right-hand section that you'll need to play the game. So I'd actually very strongly suggest you playing this. You can see that on the right-hand corner by the roll window above Beth. You can see all of the different handouts. It just gives you all the different stuff like you need, the important NPCs, stuff like that. It gives you the overall map, and it starts you on a nice landing page. It also gives you all the character sheets to begin with, to begin playing, so it's pretty fucking cool. So you'll see a kind of step up in the production of this show with nice maps and even
We've
better,
just got another subscriber.
We fucking have. Thanks so much to When in Rome for subscribing. Welcome, When in Rome. You are the gentlest of scholars. Thank you so much for joining us and subscribing today. When in Rome actually just joined us today in terms of just came into the stream, so that's fucking cool. Thanks so much for subscribing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Very, very generous of you.
I mean, when in Rome, you might.
When in Rome, right? When in Ghana roleplay, you might as well. But yes, we do have some dynamic lighting
I'm really
today.
disappointed if he's not actually in Rome.
I know, yeah, that would be bad, wouldn't it? But we do have some dynamic lighting, so we'll be seeing the characters going around the maps and some cool stuff today. So thanks for following, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Also, if you haven't tweeted out yet, and 20 retweets, you guys will decide what happens next in our game. And I believe follower-wise, we're something like 16 out of 20. So 4 more followers, and you guys will decide what happens next. That means that you can decide something which will happen. So you can throw out your ideas in chat. We put them into a straw poll, and the most popular decision will actually happen in our game. Last time, we had some crazy events happening due to a viewer decision. So, yeah, new sub music. I'll put some sexy new epic music in for you guys. So let's do a recap of the last session about what happened before and about where we're picking up today. So you guys had first begun your adventures with a man named Gundren Rockseeker. In fact, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker, and he hired you and Zanexi. Welcome, Zanexi, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. He hired you guys to take some provisions from Neverwinter City all the way to the little town of Phandalin. Phandalin, you journeyed there. However, along the way, you went into a goblin cave and destroyed a bunch of goblins there, led by a man named Crag. Althea actually struck a deal with a devil during that episode and came back a deaf cleric the next. They managed to defeat the goblins in the cave, and you're traveling with a man named Sildar Hallwinter, who is your kind of caravan guard at this point, kind of friend. You managed to get to Phandalin, and that's kind of where we picked up last episode. However, if you want a kind of more detailed, in-depth catch up, you can watch all of our YouTube videos. It's all of the playlist is up there. So, last episode you arrived in Phandalin. Now, do you guys remember what happened when you got there? What exactly you set about doing?
Okay.
Yes.
So
A Rosie happened.
We
Yes.
arrived in Phandalin, and it was great. Yeah, we got there, all was chill, and we sort of forgot entirely that we had a wagon full of stuff that we had to deliver. We just left it, and Will described the scene, and we forgot entirely that we were being paid to do a job, and we went and did stuff. So most people went into the tavern, and what did you guys do in the tavern?
Immediately got kicked out because someone was asking about an orphanage.
Oh yeah, the creepy death cleric was like,
The creepy death cleric was like, ooh, children with no
do you have
parents.
an orphanage nearby? And they were like, can you leave, please?
Oh, and then we were asking the barman about shady areas in town, and he's like, I'm not going to tell you. And then we
Yes.
found the shady areas in town, and
Yeah, do you remember what the shady
The
area of town
sleeping
was?
giant. It
Yes.
was the sleeping giant. Basically, there's this like a tap house, and it was like basically we were in the nice tavern, and if you go a little bit further down the road, you the not so nice tavern. And yeah, he kind of said stay away from that. There's a gang there. They're not very nice.
Yeah.
So yeah. Meanwhile, I decided ingeniously to cultivate some sources. So I was like, there are a bunch of kids playing on the big lawn area,
the green.
The village green, and I was like, right, okay. So I drew my long sword and I walked towards them, and they all thought I was going to kill them. And instead, I plunged it sort of midway into the ground, used it as sort of like a set of wicket for cricket. Cricket wicket, used the sheep as a bat, and we played ball, and I taught the entire town cricket. We had a cricket tournament. I beat Charlie's character. She basically was just
she
like,
then threatened to kill all the kids or something, didn't she?
She did.
That were on
She
the
called them a
team.
disappointment.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah, and they all ran off crying.
Yeah, she was like, you'll never amount to anything, and they were like,
All right.
okay. So yeah, they like all fled. But I asked sort of the guys on my team, having gained their trust, what's new in town. They told me about this gang, and apparently a friend of theirs had been kidnapped, or something had happened, and maybe his parents were killed. Like he went missing, and they think his parents were killed, and they've all been told to stay away from the sleeping giant. So we got a long, strong vibe there. But before we could do anything, a Rosie
happened.
Yeah. Indeed.
Do you want to do the Rosie voice, Will?
So Rosie is a 7-year-old girl. She's got long, kind of dark hair, and she looks older than her years, really. And she talks like this, and she really just wants a mum, even though she has a foster mum, but she just doesn't care about her. And her foster mum's name is actually Harlia. Yeah.
Harley. That's it.
Who lives
Harley.
there. But Althea, do you remember your kind of relationship with Rosie at this point?
Yes, I do. It was Rosie saw me as her mother.
Yeah.
And Althea did say, yes, I'll be your mother. She was a little, not really like still knowing what emotion was. But then when we went to the sleeping giant, from a wild magic surge, she got possessed by another demon. So now she's like double demonic, and any slightly good intentions that may have been left over from her previous self have been completely wiped out now.
Yeah.
Did
Pretty
I
much.
miss you getting possessed by another demon?
Yeah, no, that you were there. It was right in the middle of the fight with the lives, and she just went full demon, and someone
Oh, dear.
really nearly died for it.
I think I missed that.
So you guys decided to investigate the kind of shady area of town, the sleeping giant. You tried to enter, but there were like 4 thugs on the door who basically attacked you as soon as you tried to push your way through. They attacked you, you killed them, and there was one guy who was running away all the way up to Tressendar Manor. And he was running away up there to escape. However, you managed to kill him with, I think, a throwing axe, and a crossbow bolt was the thing which finally ended that poor guy. And these Red Brand ruffians who you've now kind of learned that their kind of cult or particular little gang is called Red Brands, because they all wear kind of red bands and imagery and colours on them. They have their hideout in Tressendar Manor. So you guys went up after a few more shenanigans to Tressendar Manor, do you remember what happened when you entered into the manor?
Well, real quick, just before that. Hold on. Just before that, we got a load of magical items. Randomly. Rosie just stole a load of stuff from her foster mother and was like, have some magical items. So we got some stuff. And I also went back and actually cashed it now. We've completed our job for being here. So that happened. But then, we went to the manor. And
then you entered inside this old, ruined, broken down manor and came inside. And then we had a viewer decision. And now the viewer decision was an interesting one, and it read that the manor itself is actually a giant mimic. Now, obviously, we're not. That is not textbook from Lost Manor Phandelver, but we decided to go with it and run with it nonetheless. And you guys actually made sure that it was a giant mimic, the size of this manor. And so they realized that they're inside the mimic's mouth, inside of its tongue.
Real quick, Will, just for those new and not so savvy on the D&D, what is a mimic exactly? Just so everyone's fully...
Yes, a mimic is a creature who will disguise itself as anything else. Typically they're seen as chests in D&D and other tropes like that. So they'll hide as a chest, and then as the adventurer opens it, they'll launch themselves onto it, and there's a big mouth, a lot of teeth, and they all go and destroy and eat the adventurer. But this one is huge. It's an ancient mimic, clearly, and it's eaten all, become the manor and hidden as it, and decided to eat you guys. So you had to figure a way to get yourselves out. You realize that kind of going backwards is going to be very hard, and going further in was inside of his stomach. So I believe that Sanyas and Salvia kind of came up with a plan. Do you remember what our plan was, Beth?
We were gonna try and attack the dangly bits at the back of its throat that none of us could actually remember the name of.
The speed bag.
The uvula, the fruit ball of
the fruit balls.
The fruit balls of the mimic, and so you destroyed the fruit balls. We did that
and got thrown up out of the. It's just weird.
Yeah, you got thrown up by it, but there was one thing which Strock did at the very end, which was pretty important. One item which he dropped inside the mimic and down its mouth.
I hold absolutely no responsibility for this. I may or may not have been gifted with one or two magical items. One of them is a hammer, which means I have to rhyme, a warhammer. I have to speak in rhyme when wielding it. But the other one was a love potion, a very powerful love filter, I was told. So I poured it all over the mimic's tongue.
Yes, indeed.
Because who doesn't want a house to love them?
Exactly. So there is now a mimic, a giant ancient mimic, which is in love with Josh's player.
For the next 8 hours or something like that?
Yeah, I think for about the next 8 hours or so he's in love. And so as we pick up the stream, you guys have been thrown up by a giant ancient mimic, which is standing above you, which is looking down at Drock with love. And so that's about what we'll pick up. A quick question, because we had one in from Anydale. He said, what is inspiration? Inspiration is a mechanic which the Dungeon Master can use to reward good role-playing or a good scene, and it allows the player to choose a role which they have advantage on. So normally if you have advantage, you might have advantage due to someone being prone, but you can say, I want to use my inspiration and have advantage on this check, and have inspiration on that. So yeah, that's inspiration. So, you guys are at Tressendar Manor. Actually bring you into the wrong one, Tressendar Manor, and you guys are about here, and the giant manor is looking down at you, and it does not look very happy whatsoever with you. So, let's get quick visual descriptions of your characters. Throw up the artwork again. So, remind us what you look like real quick, Drock.
Drock is older. He's quite old for a half orc. He's sort of getting into his the nether years he's got left, and he's got grey hair, sort of greying hair pulled back into like a top knot, just military style, keep it out of his way. He's got a big beard with 3 nice big spikes that he's got faded over the years, and he's wearing heavy chain armor, and he's He's generally looks quite happy, quite cheerful, but he's pretty heavily scarred. That's
There you go. Very nice. Althea, what do you look like?
She has she had long and flowing like sandy blonde hair. It's a little like messy now. She looks paler than she normally did. She had a bit of hint of copper in her skin, but now she looks like a very kind of like soulless, pale, hazel eyes. She's pretty short for an elf. She's only like 5 feet, so she's pretty young as well for an elf. And she's just kind of wearing like common clothes that are a little bit dirtied by now as well.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. And finally, Sanyas, what do you look like?
Sanyas is extremely short for a halfling. She's only like 2.5 feet tall. So, bearing in mind she likes to drink, she literally has to pull herself up on the bar stools. She's got short brown hair, and she carries a couple of daggers on her hip. And due to her size, they look more like short swords than daggers. And she does also have a short sword, which in turn looks more like a great sword.
Nice.
It's all a bit.
So,
she's leather armor and usual thing.
So the group of you are at Tressendar Manor, and this giant mimic is looking down at you. It appears to not be immediately attacking Drock with its giant series of serried teeth. This creature is, the size of a manor, so it literally is gigantic. And it's looking down at you. It doesn't appear to be making a move on Drock, as per se, but it does look very hungrily towards the rest of you guys. What is the immediate plan? By the way, you're still in like a tide of mimic vomit, which is everywhere. You're covered in goo. The ground beneath brings sick up to your like ankles at this point, at the very least. Probably for Sanyas up to her like knee. So, what's the immediate plan here?
Run.
Drock throws his arms wide in front of his 2 patrons and is just like maintaining eye contact. And is now more terrified than he's ever been in his entire life. Like, he'd rather that it was angry. Because he doesn't know how you sustain a relationship with a house. This is terrible.
Yes, and it's worth bearing in mind as well, Sildar, due to a view decision, is actually in love with Drock as well. And he will probably be very jealous of this.
A tavern, caravan guard.
Yeah.
So, I look up and I'm just like, well, that was usually no tongues on first dates and all that.
It takes a big step towards you. It's kind of boom. You look back at the village and everyone is kind of like, ah!
Yeah. I'm just like, I have to say, I really, that's remarkable because, you're so slender. That shockwave, what I'm saying is like, you're very well built in the right places. Magnificent architecture.
Sanyas face palms.
I'm backing you guys up at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start guys, move away.
As you guys are kind of
what's going on.
As you're stepping backwards, Sanyas, you kind of step onto something metal. You look down, and there's you can hear some kind of slopping noise as the sick kind of falls down into what is essentially a sewer grate. But you can see down here, and you kind of just stepped onto a ladder rung, and you look down, you can see that there is like a cave below, which appears to be inhabited. You see lights down below, so this is potentially the hideout which you were looking for before, if they live underneath the manor. And it also looks like a fair place to escape from a giant ancient mimic, assuming that it doesn't just follow you down. But it looks too big to. It'd have to kind of tear open spaces to get through to you. So that's what Sanyas sees. Did she mention that at all?
Somebody
No,
do say.
she. I think Sanyas is just a bit gobsmacked at the moment. She's not quite sure what to say or do, whether she should run or stand behind Rock or curl up in a ball and cry. She's got no idea.
I will presume that no, not Sanya's. Oh, I can't remember Charlie's character's name. I presume she made it out.
Yes, Althea made it out, yeah.
Althea.
Oh yeah, sorry, Salvia made it out, yeah.
Yeah.
She's with you for the sake of this.
Salvia's there. So yeah, I will just sort of say so I was thinking that maybe we could go somewhere a little bit more private, and away from all these prying eyes, because this is, somewhere nice. There are lovely walks around here. We could go for a picnic. And he like starts edging away from the town, like trying to I'm trying to think of the layout. It's so,
look at the map.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've got the map. Yeah, give me 1 sec. So
yeah, you look back, and looking down at the manor, you've got several 100-yard run to get back to out of this area, this kind of raised hill area. So running isn't necessarily the safest looking option. You do also see, I'll say, you spot the grate upon which Sanyas is standing, the kind of ladder rung down as well, which is more immediate but doesn't necessarily get you distance between, only vertical distance.
Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get a level 1 character killed, pretty much. As I turn to you guys, and I'm like, so obviously, like, we want to be alone, and my friends here, they're always awkward and embarrassing, and and we don't want them cartwheeling around or whatever the phrase is. So would you guys like to leave?
Like hell I would.
Yeah. Sanya's kind of looks down, and did you say like it was a grate beneath her with the lad? Yeah, she looks down and she looks at the grate, wondering if she will drown if she goes down there and mimics it.
Just maybe you could give me and my love some privacy. That would be fantastic. We're going this way, and I'm going to what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try and walk, if you can see on Roll20, I want to go like that way towards the woods.
Okay, yeah.
We want to go on a nice woodland walk.
Okay. So you want to take the giant ancient mimic with you and then let the others get away, basically?
Yeah, I basically want to lead it away from the town full of civilians and people who might die. So I'm like, we can go for a walk. It'll be nice and relaxing and fresh air and plenty of privacy for us, You're
not entirely sure if the creature understands you, but it does it does seem amenable to following you at the very least.
I start to walk, I imagine it's going to be difficult because I'm going to have to navigate down what looks like almost a cliff face.
Yeah, it does not look safe to traverse down.
It's okay. Luckily, I'm hoping my love will come to my rescue if I fall. Or it'll fall on me. I'll have a building fall on me.
Yes.
So yeah.
And thanks so much to Team Cardi and the Cardigan Loves You for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friends. You're both gentlemen and scholars. Thank you for joining us today. So, I think we're just one follow away from a viewer decision, by the way, folks. Just one away. You start to lead it off. Roll me a quick persuasion check, if you'd be so kind, Rock. What? And at the same time I was just doing that, Althea and Sanyas, what are you doing?
Sanyas is going to start backing off towards the town.
Okay.
Hoping that the manor's going to follow Drock and go to the... Eventually, without dying and being crushed by said manor, get to the inn.
Okay.
Because she needs a drink.
Sounds like a good plan. Okay. Roll me a quick stealth check, please, Sanyas. And Althea as well, if you're moving away, kind of.
Yeah. Althea's kind of not expressing too much concern.
Yeah.
More just kind of
19.
What the hell is this?
And thanks so much to Floppy Fetus for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar, or you might grow up to be, who knows. So that is 20 followers this session, folks, which is fucking awesome. So that means that underneath this line here in the chat, we have a viewer decision about to happen. So what you guys are going to do is throw out your ideas into the chat and decide what happens next. Does the mimic follow Drock? Does it fall in love with the others? Does it decide to turn angry and kill everyone else in the town? You decide, and we'll put it into a straw poll. Most popular one will happen. We're going to have another decision at 30 retweets. So 20 retweets and 30 followers. So keep following, keep retweeting if you haven't yet. Still
Guys,
chances.
just be gentle, okay? Drock is new to real estate, and it's...
Yeah, so,
they say you always love your first home, but I don't want this.
You did it, in all honesty.
Well, it was either that or we are vomited out and then immediately have to deal with a giant ancient mimic wrecking us in the town, which we cannot fight. So I was like, I'll make it love me, and that was as far as my plan went.
So, what was that roll from Drock, by the way? Just give me a quick persuasion check.
Persuasion, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know that. That's why it's not. Give me 1 second. A persuasion is...
Sounds good. Wolves Donlan goes on a rampage, causing envy forever. Sounds about right. Alright, so on 11, it takes like a bit kind of boom towards you, but you see the crumbling masonry above you. There's like one of the kind of gargoyles, and it like begins to crack and just kind of fall off down to the ground very close towards you guys are standing. It would very easily crush you immediately if more masonry were to fall upon you. You realize that this thing is basically coming over the top of you, and it's going to be standing above you, and you'll be looking at the kind of groundworks of it. However, you know, this you see the grate leading downwards. That's the only immediate option out here, other than running and trying to outrun a mimic mansion. So you've got a few options. Neither of them sound particularly fun.
I'm going to do the stupid thing and run, because I know it makes more sense to hide, but I'm worried about my friends, and he's a party sort of like he's a man of the people, so he has a job to do, so he will run and probably die. I will literally re-roll a character. That's fine, because I'm just to myself.
Okay, so you're gonna run down to the woods kind of area. You want to run away from it.
Yeah.
Okay,
if
cool.
You go down to the woods. That's not how that song goes.
No. All right, so roll me a quick athletics check to just sprint it out.
Cool. I have nothing to help me here, apart from quite good athletics. But apart, like, I don't have any.
That's not a terrible thing.
A 15.
A 15. Okay, so you start running away. Jock's like, "Wah!" And the mimic's just like following after him, taking great strides after Drock. Sanyas and Althea are left behind. Where are you two going?
I'm clicking my heels together and doubling my movement because of my nice shiny new boots and legging it towards the tavern. And
which tavern out of interest?
Stonehill.
Okay.
In
The nice tavern.
the nice tavern.
The nice tavern. Okay. So you, Althea, what about you?
I'm going to kind of just like keep backing up and looking at this mimic as it's following Drock, and just kind of like once I get like far enough distance, I'm going to turn around and just kind of walk, not run.
Sure. So you get far enough away from it. The mimic at this point is probably about like here on a map, following Drock through. So.
Well, I
Yes.
have a question.
You may do.
You know, obviously I'm not level 5 yet, so it doesn't really matter. But with the boots, the wording says it doubles my base speed. So if I was to use the dash action, would that then double it to 120 feet?
No, I think we asked this question before, right? I think you moved a total of 60 feet. Yeah, because because move is different from dash. If it said double dash speed, then I think that'd be it. I don't think you could ever move 120.
Because it doubles your base movement speed, and obviously dash doubles the movement speed.
I mean,
So-
in theory, I don't know. I'll look at the wording.
I think that's a bridge to be crossed.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
curious, because like
I'll look it
in
up.
theory, if I can move like Right, it's 100 feet because I'm only halfling. But yeah.
I'll go have a look at the entry for it in the handbook real quick. So Drog's running away. You guys make it to the inn. The barkeep inside is the young white bearded guy. I think his name was Tolian, something like that. He basically everyone inside is kind of like strapped like under the table, like hiding, looking out the window, scared. And he said, oh, what is it out there?
There's a giant house and it's moving and it's chasing our friend and or following him. I'm not sure.
Well,
and
you're the adventurers, aren't you?
Yes. Yes.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
It's the size of a house. It is literally a house. Not even a house. It's a manor. What do you expect us to do? It could literally crush us.
I don't know.
Literally.
Something. Well, we can't just let this happen, can we? It's just going to crush everyone.
I mean,
We
sure you
might
can.
not
Definitely.
have a choice.
So you're saying all we can do is just wait for death to come?
Or hope it goes away.
Hope it goes away is your plan?
It might go back into hiding somewhere else. I need a drink. I've just been thrown up out of a
Yeah, you
house.
stink.
Yeah.
He pours
She
you a
looks
quick
down
drink.
and she's drenched.
What about you, cleric? You're meant to be healing and stuff, right? You must know something we can do. Something, right?
Well,
Oh no.
There must be something.
Help me.
well, you see, my patron.
I
might
stand
be-
behind her so she can't see me and she go,
Yeah,
My
yeah.
patron may be willing to help. If you'd like to call him.
What do you mean, call him?
Well, we could do a ritual of sorts to summon him and
Sanya's kind of jumps up behind her.
save
She's
the
like,
town.
He's like, I don't know about summoning anyone. That sounds kind of bad. Is he a bad god, or?
Not at all. Not at all. Very handsome.
demon, devil, don't do it.
He's like, maybe not. But listen, you know that area of the woods that it's going off to. That's where the children play. And thanks so much to Touchpad for subscribing. Welcome, Touchpad. You are the most gentlemanly of scholars. Thank you for joining us today.
Why, Will? Why?
That's where the children go to play. You know, like that new game Cricket, which they've been told all about.
You don't play cricket in a wood.
There's a
You
clearing
play it
there.
on the field.
Well, they're new to it, and there's a clearing there.
I can't see a clearing on the map.
There
Interesting.
is no map.
I mean, children are the best sacrifices. The most pure of souls.
Well, Rosie's there as well. You're friends of her, right? She said that you're her mum or something.
Oh, it's
Rosie.
fine. Guys, chill.
Rosie's a strong girl. I know she'll make it out.
Rosie will back me up in a fight. I got this.
1v1 me.
Can I roll a sleight of hand to see if I can coat one of my daggers in poison?
Oh yeah, roll this live hand check. Children are a renewable resource, you know. Damn. And thanks so much to Call of Cockfulu 69 for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. We play 5th edition here, mostly Stretch. If you guys
I
are
rolled
new,
a
hit that
14,
follow button and
and I'm-
join us. Oh, 19, 14, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
beats-
standing behind her.
Yeah.
I don't care if anyone else sees. I just don't want her to see.
Yeah, that beats passive perception, so sure.
15.
Yeah.
My
No.
passive perception is 15.
Oh, passive perception 15, well, fuck yeah, you noticed that.
I'm standing behind her.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'm gonna turn and just be like, "So what exactly are you doing?"
Just shining my blades. I mean, they get a bit dirty when you get thrown up out of a mimic. I mean, it's got sick on them. Just a bit of oil.
Yes, of course. It makes sense that the dagger would be the first thing you want to clean.
Well, it's the thing I use most.
Listen,
I'm an
guys.
adventurer. My clothes are always dirty.
Listen, the people of the village will be very, very thankful if you could save our bloody children. There are children out there.
I know one way to save your children.
Wow. Well,
I don't want to play a V player. I really don't. You
How
can't
does that help?
sacrifice children.
Yeah, but okay, right. So just hold on.
let's talk about this logically, shall we?
I'm not in the scene, but if you may, just one. So basically, your plan is to just what you stab the deaf cleric and like hopefully she dies. That's your plan.
Yeah, because then we can save the children and she won't sacrifice them.
How does that save the children?
That doesn't save the children at all.
It
That
stops
does the
them from
opposite of saving the
sacrificing
children,
them.
Beth.
That goes the wait. The one part to play a character who can heal the children if they're injured and like do anything like that. Yeah, I'll murder that person, and then what? Oh
I
god.
mean, she just says they make good sacrifices. Doesn't mean she has intentions of sacrificing children anytime soon.
Don't you start. Don't you start. Oh, party politics. I'm not even in this.
So, what is the plan?
I'm gonna look at the barkeep and just be like, sure, we'll go save the children.
Is there anyone in town that could help us?
He says, well, I guess there's a town watch, but they've all run off into the woods as it is. I mean, other than Barthen's, he's got provisions and items that could be handy, I guess. But I mean, there's not really time. That thing's crashing through the forest as we speak.
Then what do you expect us to do? Help us come up with a plan and we will do it.
Trainsy says, a new month on Patreon appears to have a wild magic roll. One for Kira, please. Alpha, if you can roll me a D10,000, please. Thanks very much, Trainsy. Very generous of you, sir. Let's,
You know what, Will?
yes.
I subscribed earlier. Does that mean I get a wild magic surge?
Yeah. It
Yes.
does, actually.
That's sanity from this wild magic surge.
Okay, and you can have my Patreon that one.
Yes!
OP.
I'm trying to save the village, but give me a nat one. Yeah.
Yeah, good plans, guys. And thanks so much to Trainsy TV. Subscribe. Thanks so much, Trainsy.
Thank you,
All of us
Trainsy.
Gentlemanly of scholars around. Thanks so much, my friend, for joining us. Enjoy the new emotes coming hopefully later today, and all new badges and stuff coming soon. So, target violently reacts to anyone who eats meat in her presence. So Althea, you are not happy with anyone eating meat around you
Okay,
whatsoever.
I've gone full vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks so much to STSL for following. Welcome, my friendly adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Subscribing if it was Wild Magic Surge. Could it be for Kira as well? Indeed, it could. One more, please, Kira. Once more onto the flames. Let's see what you get here. Shout out what you roll for me.
315.
Oh, really low. Okay, 315 reads caster. There we go. Yes. Before each spell, caster must pluck 1d6 hairs from her head. So before you ever kind of get some magic going, you're gonna have to rip out some hairs from your head. So she's just like a normal vegan. Damn.
I rolled 8438.
8438 reads 8438 is 3/8 is all spells cast in the next 2d6 rounds occur 2d6 rounds later. Probably won't go into effect. But maybe, actually, I'll bring that saying in. Let me bring my document. I'll make a note for that. When the next spell is cast, we'll make that happen instead. So, let's dive back into this. So he says, listen, I'm no adventurer. Just get the kids out of there. Please? Anyone gonna do that? Just let the children die?
It's a manor house. With legs and big, sharp, pointy teeth.
Nothing
He's like,
from these people.
He's like, you fucking coward. I'm going out there myself. And he's going
I'm
out
2.5 feet tall, for God's sake!
Well, I did mention
Yes.
that my master would most likely be the best option.
Tell me about
Would
this.
you care to tell people who your master
Yeah,
is?
tell me about this guy. If he can help, I'll have it.
He is very suave and handsome. He is very intelligent and knows how to help people in a dire situation.
Oh, Kira, please.
It's a little bit of a cost.
And what would that cost be?
Yeah, how much?
It depends. It varies on the situation.
What was the cost to get us out of burning portal of hell?
Well, I devoted my soul to him, of course.
Your soul.
Mhm.
Ah, so you're saying I'd have to sacrifice my soul to save the kids?
I don't think he would want your soul.
Whose would he
I'm
want?
pretty sure he also offered the murder of children, elderly people, just generally people innocent. You just chose to give your soul up, right?
It was the better of options, the lesser of evils.
Right.
You do not want to work with this guy.
Well, if it'll save the kids, I mean.
Your life for tons of kids, plus the town's guard, and probably the rest of the town as well. If this-
And that's if that's what he decides to go for this time.
Do you think you could bring him here and I could speak with him?
I repeatedly headbutt the bar. Like,
He says, well, no one else is going to do anything, are they?
I could arrange something, yes.
But please, let me speak with him. At least if we can speak, we can figure out a deal.
Okay. And perhaps I have an alternative too. I could talk to him personally for some ideas.
if we talk to him, we talk to him here in front of everyone, so everyone can witness it.
Oh, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Okay, do it. And then I guess you start to do the kind of summoning after you
Yeah.
pull out your hairs.
Yeah. Pull out some hair and I like burn it in like a flame or something and just kind of like start doing like
Ritually stuff.
yeah.
It's like, is the hair important? No, Grays. I just
Can't stand him.
So let's cut back to Drock. So Drock, you're racing through the forest, being chased by a giant manor.
you just hear, I immediately regret my decision. It's like,
As you're racing through the forest, kind of running after it. One more athletics check from me, please, if you'd be so kind.
Hang on, don't you have a nat one?
oh God.
Fucking troll. So
Yes, lovely Josh.
So
Literally, you just the worst. Okay, so I'm nat one. Like so,
Yeah.
like I'm running and something terrible happens to me. What happens, Will?
So you start running through the forest after this thing which is chasing you, and you land. You trip and you land over a vine, and you trip into one of these vines. It's actually one of the creeper vines, which lives native to the Phandalin area, and these are quite aggressive vines, which usually eat small mammals and creatures. They are kind of flesh-eating plants. but this one has grabbed your ankle, mistaking you for a larger creature, and all of its vines are just kind of like enveloping you at this point. It's kind of Harry Potter 1 kind of moment where you're being eaten by all of the vines and stuff like that. And thanks so much to Any Dale donates £5 and says a birthday roll for Althea for demon summoning through idiotic villagers. Love the idea. Thanks, Annie. Very generous of you. So you're trapped underneath these vines at this point, Drock, and this creature is thudding after you. And you hear, just kind of in a clearing, you hear the sounds of children running and laughing.
No, does not happen. No, I will not allow these children to die. I refuse it. I am going to very sort of clumsily, it's really difficult because I'm being all tangled up, but I am going to draw Demonic Shark Scream, my sword.
Nice.
Love it.
So you draw out Demonic Shark Scream, and you hear its kind of keen wail upon the wind as this creature is kind of... It's taking down trees as it's going. I mean, this creature is like busting through the forest. It's the size of a man and moving. It's got a lot of momentum to it.
I slice, like, I'm going to try and cut myself free, and I'm going to stand my ground against the mimic because I can't allow it to go and kill the children.
Nice. So you're standing before it.
Not interrupt cricket.
Yeah. You're kind of like on the ground, kind of trapped by the vines, but your sword is out in like a blocking kind of posture, and you feel just as your kind of fingers thundering towards you, you're about to kind of see it properly through the trees, which is about to destroy. You see a thick hand upon one of the vines just kind of rip off the vines, and you look up and you see Rosie looking down at you. And she says, "Don't worry, Dad, I'll save you." As she rips off these vines and starts kind of breaking you out.
I hand her Demonic Shark Scream. I hand her the sword it's my father's sword, and I just say, "Get the children to safety. Get them away from this place." And then I like stand dramatically silhouetted by the house as that, and I'm going to yell as loud as I can at this mimic.
What are you just screaming at it?
I just say, "Listen to me! If you want to be with me, then stop! Let us embrace in love, not destruction!"
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Roll me just plain idiotic.
Yeah.
I really like Drock. I did.
Fusroda! Alright, a 14. So we're going to cut just as you're kind of screaming at the mimic. Cut back to the village. Is that fair? Could you, what was that 69 roll there? 11. Okay, so the birthday table of madness reads an 11. You gain a cake of wishes. Oh, here we go again. An exquisite two-tiered cake, frosted to perfection, is in the tavern. Atop the cake is a single magic candle that burns forever unless blown out. Blowing out the candle grants one wish. Roll a D2. On a 1, the wish goes very badly. On a 2, the wish goes very well. Just gonna mute you there, Josh. What's coming? So this cake is, one of the ways which you summon. But also it's just there, like it's been created for you by the village folk because they're like, "Oh, she's gonna save us," so they bring you a cake.
Okay.
You don't have to use it now, of course.
Okay. I could just carry a cake around with me.
You could just carry a slice around with you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue summoning Phandelver.
Okay, so you summon your patron, and in the room becomes very, very cold. Low smoke comes from Althea's robes and her hands, and around the kind of floor where she's summoning, you summon into a circle, as is the traditional way, and a few moments later, a tall, handsome dark man with very cold and uncaring features looks upon you, and he's very, very pale, dark robes, dark slick hair, kind of got a bit of an emo thing going on. And thanks so much to Dante for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. If you guys haven't followed yet, hit that button and join us. We're 7 followers away from another viewer decision, and we're going to see what effects the first one has in just a few moments. So, he's summoned before you, and he stands there, he looks up, and he says, "You called me, Althea. This better be good."
Well, you see, this poor village is in a bit of a dire situation, and this man here would love to discuss a way to save them all with you.
Right. Is that so? He turns to Tolian, who's like, "Well, if no one else is gonna do it, then I'm gonna try at least." And he says, "Excellent. Would Althea, would you kindly suggest a few options for the man?"
Well, you could do something as I've done. Offer your soul and your allegiance to him. You could perhaps offer another soul, maybe one that's close to you.
I don't know about my soul. What about my wife? I mean, she's dying, so. I mean,
You can't give the devil your dying wife's soul.
Oh well, I mean, she said she's passing away anyway. She would want the children to be safe. I mean, right? That's okay, right? She'd want them to be safe.
I repeatedly headbutt the bar again.
Kira looks like she's really
she's
just like I can save
and Balthazar says, "Well, of course, you could always sacrifice some of the children and then save the others if that wasn't an option for you."
There's actually a child in particular I'm thinking of.
Tell me more.
Sacrificing or saving?
He says, "Depends how you look at it, really."
Yes. I think she would be of great use to yourself and would be
No.
a great apprentice to have alongside of me.
No.
Who are you talking about?
She's not talking about anyone.
There's this young
No, there isn't.
this young girl,
Nope.
very strong,
Nope.
very, very brave.
Okay.
Nope.
I like the sound of it. What's her name?
Her name is Rosie, of course.
She doesn't exist. She's a figment of her imagination.
She already sees me as her mother. I think it would be very fitting for her to come under your wing alongside me.
She's not real.
Of course, you'd have to train her as an apprentice and teach her our ways.
Oh, of course. I'd be more than willing to.
Well, as long as you're willing to, then I don't see why we need this third party here. To the innkeeper. He says, "Oh yeah, no, you don't need me. You don't need me at all." Belfsor says, "Very well, then I'll see about helping the little girl." And with that, he kind of just dissipates down once again into smoke. And Tolian says, "So it's done. They're gonna be okay."
Should be, yes.
Okay, great. Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry, guys. Go back to your drinks. It's gonna be fine. There's a lot of kind of.
I turned to the barkeep. I kind of pulled myself up, and I was like, "Do you realise what she's just done?"
Yeah, she saved his kids. More than you do. You just sat here and made snarky comments. You're not
It's
welcome
true.
here anymore.
She just sacrificed A child?
Get out!
Sacrifice is such a harsh word.
He looks approvingly to Althea. Have a drink, and he gets Althea a drink.
You know what? You did.
She's just sacrificed
what?
a child.
You did just murder one of the village children. You know, get a round of drinks in for her, guys.
Yeah. She
She
has just
read between
murdered.
read between the lines. No one gives a shit about Rosie. Rosie is the one kid that no one wants in this world. Like, that's her whole thing. Literally, no one wants her.
I mean,
It's probably coming
sacrifice
to her anyway.
is a wrong word. She's not being sacrificed. She's being brought to her full potential.
Adopted, yeah.
Exactly.
By the devil. Bad man.
She'll still be here.
She'll be
still-
fine.
She will be fine. In fact, she'll be doing better than she could have ever had.
So, cut back. Cut back to Drop.
I give up.
And Rosie standing before the mimic, who just screams down, up at the mimic rather, incredibly angry. And thanks so much to Zoe's sister for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentle sister and a scholar. We've also hit 20 retweets, guys. 20 retweets. So we're gonna have another viewer decision here in a few seconds. So give me a few moments to get the first one out of the way, and then we'll bring in the second. So the first winner of the viewer decision was the mimic turns into one of the players. So you scream out at the mimic, and this dark shadow appears. You can tell this familiar to the viewers. We can see that is indeed Belfazor, the demon. But to Drock, I don't think Drock's actually met him yet at this point.
No.
So you see this kind of dark shadow envelop the giant mimic, just kind of coalescing around him. And as this kind of the shadow just drops away, and looking back, Salvia stands before you. Charlie's character.
Okay, is Salvia like 80 feet tall and a house, or is
No,
like all I'm imagining is like a house, but now it's got Salvia's face. It's wallpaper. That's all I can envision. So is it actually like properly Salvia?
it is. You see Salvia before you. She had been eaten before, we'll say.
Okay. I look.
Well, don't forget about the delayed magic.
I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. That's not what I see. What you're trying to do. No, me and her, we're not like that. Yeah, you were perfect the way you were. I turned to Rosie. Rosie, I might need my sword back.
Rosie is holding your sword, and she's shrouded in this same mist right now. And
Rosie?
she's got dark black eyes at this point. She looks even more sullen than usual. And she says, "I need to find my mom." And she starts like stomping towards the town, sword in hand.
I grab her, gently, and I'm just like, Rosie.
She's like, "Ugh,
It's me. It's me.
you're not
You
my
remember
mom."
me? No, but do you not remember?
She starts stomping again towards the town.
I turn to Salvia and I'm like, what's happening?
Can you do a French accent, Will?
not know. Oh, je t'adore. Plot. Swedish French. Ooh. It's a strange mix of Swede and French.
Just
It sounds very pretty when she says it. It sounds just bizarre when it comes out of my mouth.
it sounds. I like it.
I can do it. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's the only French I can really do, is a creepy old French man.
oh, just run with it. Just run with it. Give me something. What does she say?
So he says, I do not know what has happened. Think we best get back to the village and follow Rosie. No. See.
I look, and I'm just like, are you actually Salvia? Are you?
Oh, we. I was swallowed into the throat balls of the creature.
It's something only Salvia would say.
Okay, so she said, we must get back to the town. She starts kind of running off to the town.
Okay, I just...
We must stop doing this voice immediately.
She says something, and I'm like, She's just like, you're a colossal disappointment. I'm like, yeah, that's Salvia. And yeah.
Okay.
I chase Rosie.
Okay, so Rosie starts kind of running off back to the town. Shortly thereafter, Sanyas has been chucked out of the Stonehill Inn. She's no longer welcome in there. She's not really welcome around the town at this point either, because she wasn't very helpful before to the villagers, and I mean, they were pretty ready to do pretty much anything for their kids at that point, whether it's killing one kid instead of all of the others. That's what they were willing to do, seeing as no one else is going to do anything. So she'd been chucked out, so you find her on a kind of porch, but Rosie just kind of stomps past Sanyas at this point into the tavern. Mum! She's holding, Rosie stands before you, and a 7-year-old girl with a giant longsword in one hand, wreathed in smoke. Her eyes are pitch black, and she just stomps into the tavern. Mom!
Daughter, good to see you. How are you?
Are you my mom?
I am your mother, yes. Come, dear, come, dear. I'm gonna kind of like motion for her to come.
She steps towards you and just kind of envelops you in a bear hug, which really hurts.
A little less, sweetie. A little less.
She kind of puts you down. And this point feels like an excellent point for our second viewer decision. So, as Rosie enters into the bar, underneath this line in chat, throw out your idea as to what could happen next in our story. Really could be anything. Something could happen to Rosie, something could happen to our adventurers, someone could attack it. Feel free to throw out some ideas into the chat. The most popular decision in the straw poll will happen. And thanks so much to Dale is me, for following. Welcome to the Adventure Dale, you're a gentleman and a scholar. If you guys haven't followed yet, we're 6 followers away from another viewer decision. We're going to have a third, the triumvirate of viewer decisions, which we tend to get in these Tuesday sessions here. So if you followed, do that. Tweet out at
I will be right back.
30 retweets rather, you guys will have another viewer decision. Also, you can now subscribe to the Encounter Roleplays to get cool new emotes, which are coming hopefully later today, along with a cool badge as well in the works, and a bunch of cool perks. You get 1,000 gold when you subscribe, you get more gold every minute that you watch when you subscribe. Basically, everything's just better, so go ahead and do it. And thanks so much to User Wallen for following. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. We're just 5 away. It's pretty exciting, guys. And what's up, Steve? Good to see you, my friend. So they're in a bar right now. Rosie has just walked in. What happens next? Something terrible could happen. I'll tell you what happens next. Wolfman Rip donates £5 and says, throwing some D100 wild magic at will. Your stream brightens up my evenings. Can we get some work, Davies? Of course. Thanks so much. Of course, yes. Thank you so much, Warwick. Wolfman, rather, for that. Let me get up my D100 table here, and I will see what happens next. So, we get this table here. I'm going to roll D100 for the Wolfman. I'm going to put it on Rosie, I guess, and we'll see what happens to the poor Rosie. And thank you so much to the Wolfman for subscribing. And thank you so much, Wolfman. You are the most gentlemanly of scholars there is. Enjoy that music,
gentlemen. What is it? So, what? Hold on. Did Warwick just appear? Did my
I'm
just get that bad?
I'm just going to roll a D for 100. Roll a 46. 46 reads... Oh boy, you cast levitate on yourself. So Rosie begins to levitate up into the upper reaches of the ceiling.
Oh god. She just like comes, like her arms outstretched, she just becomes the deathly messiah.
Yeah, she's like, oh, Mom, what's happening? She begins to float upwards. So let's get some ideas in for this viewer decision numero 2. What's Drock, as you burst into the scene, what are you up to?
I look to Althea, expectantly demanding answers for what has just happened to Rosie.
Nice. So Rosie, just to catch you up there, Alfie, is levitating slightly. She had a wild magic surge and she's begun to levitate off the ground. Is this normal?
I
Should
can't
my
say
body be going through these changes at this age?
I mean, I knew you had quite a bit of potential, but this is far more than what I even expected. I'm very impressed.
You're proud of me, Mom?
I am.
Thanks, Mom. So, are you, I guess you can probably grab onto a leg and pull her down at this point. So,
Yeah.
so Drock is demanding answers to what's happened. And Rosie said, I think they sacrificed my soul to save the other kids.
I mean, you could word it that way, but you have quite a bit of potential, Rosie, and you wouldn't have been able to meet it where you were. I wanted to take you with me, show you the ways.
Drock says, sacrifice to who?
And thanks so much to Drew Call for following. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Well, our master, of course.
You mean the devil that you sold your soul to? That particular master?
You guys keep painting him in a horrible light. It's not as bad as you think.
I can't paint.
Clearly.
Of course, because my being outraged of this would shine poorly on my ability to paint. May I ask you a question real quick? I mean, you've got all this newfound power and, I mean, it's incredibly impressive. But if you're going to float around, maybe try outside where you can actually get some real warmth to, you know.
Get some eye on it, yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
She starts kind of floating outside.
Yeah, cool.
Perhaps, as she's like going down, I'm also gonna be like, perhaps try to practice as well. Get a control of it as well.
I'll try stealing some souls.
Cool. I nod. I'm going to swing my hammer at Althea. I'm sorry, you sold my like the only person in town I cared about, and you sold a soul to the devil.
Dad, no, don't do it.
I wait until Rosie's out the room. I've done it.
She's floating very slowly, kind of.
Okay, cool. I like when her back is turned. I'm going to swing at you.
Dad, no.
You want me to like roll a dex or something?
Roll an attack roll, I guess, Josh. And thanks so much to Eurofen. You're a fan. I don't know. Welcome anyway to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And thanks so much to Hunter Plays for following as well. You're also a gentleman and a scholar. We're 2 followers away now from another viewer decision. Get following.
What did I miss?
Drock is about to attack Althea for turning her into a soulless being.
16
Cool.
for 16 bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
Oh my god. What did you want me to do? Is it against me?
Yeah, against your AC.
It's 14.
Damn, you take 16 damage. And thanks to Cortex Rex for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a
I'm
scholar.
out. I've got 0 HP.
So Althea is just like clubbed in the across the body with a hammer as Rosie turns and hears her fall and says, "No, Dad, what did you do?" And she draws her sword. Bring her back. She's the only thing which makes me happy.
I stand and I look defiantly at. I look defiantly at. I won't, Kira. I'm not actually going to straight up kill you. I want to bring you back from that, please. But then, like, there's just. Oh, okay. No, hammer time. So I feel really bad. I really like Kira, and I feel like I drove a wedge between us.
It's fine. It's understandable.
But I look up to Rosie and I shake my head and I just say, Rosie, don't do this.
I don't have a choice, Dad.
So you always have a choice, Rosie. There's always a choice.
When someone sells your soul without your wish, and then you don't have a choice because you're in a demonic pact.
I say, There are ways we can find a way to free you from this, but she sold your soul. That's not what a mother does.
She's my mom.
She took her from you. She took every choice you could ever have from you. She forced something upon you.
But I don't have a mum without her.
But you have a father
loves
without
me
her.
enough to sell my soul.
But you have a father without her. What is going on, Will?
So many things. Thanks so much to Isaac Knight, Carrock, and It's Red Rabbit for following, as well as Dante donates £5, says belated birthday fun, random choice to the PC, who receives 4 more PCs if possible. Cool. So we will do that in just a moment. So we need to get the straw poll for the second viewer decision in before we can do our third viewer decision, guys. So
Damn.
I'm gonna let me see if the straw poll is ready, guys. Could we throw it into the chat, please? So we can get voting on that and get the next one going as quick as possible, because we can't keep up with the amount of follows and donations and stuff today. So I'm going to roll a quick D69 for the birthday table. I'm going to roll a D3 to see which one of the PCs it goes to. So 32, 1 is Drock, 2 is Althea, 3 is Sanyas, 2 is Althea. So Althea, you receive, what did I roll again? The 32 birthday madness thing. Oh, Beth, do you have the straw poll thing? If you do, Len, could you throw it in the chat? Because Flaming Killer says that you've got it. So, let's see. 32 reads... The Sentient Oven Glove of Glory. A single thick mitten-style glove has eyes and teeth sewn onto them. When worn, binds to its wearer and refuses to let go. It speaks and gives its opinion often in Fletcher's voice. When worn, it makes the wearer's hand immune to any damage and gives them +1 AC. So you see one of these, just you're going to hit, a smoky tendril forms over your hand. Your patron is protecting you.
Just your hand, though.
And he's given you an oven glove. And the glove says, "What's all this then? Stop all this fighting and nonsense."
I haven't had anything. Sorry.
Am I like conscious still?
I don't think she is. I did just knock her out.
Okay. So I'm just like laying there.
There is a sock puppet oven glove now talking on your, which is, who owns this bar?
Tollian, the bar owner.
Tollian, right, cool. So what exactly was going through Tollian's mind when he woke up this morning? I'm just,
You got a clue, honestly.
Yeah. It was a busy day, he was doing okay, things were alright in town.
And then suddenly madness. So, Rosie says, "But I want to be with my mom. Sure, we can get my soul back, but I want to be with her."
I'd say she'll never... You can't trust her. Look what she's done. She's supposed to be the one who cares for you more than anyone else in the world.
Well, you can protect me too.
I can protect you, though I fear I have to protect you from her.
Well, we can all be like a family together. You can be
No,
like
that's
my
not
dad.
how it works. No, you can't just put us together. That's not how... It doesn't work like that. Rosie, I don't even particularly know Althea, but I know she's no good. She's dark, she's sold your soul. This is not a good, healthy premise. You've known each other an hour, and she sold your soul to a demon.
It's so nice, though. And thanks so much to Dante. He's just subscribed, despite the fact he's just joined us. Thanks so much, Dante. Welcome, my friends. You are the most gentlemanly of scholars. Welcome to our little club here. Thanks so much, my friend. Super generous.
Well, I feel like we've got like a Patreon fist bump, but we don't have like a...
We need a subscriber... We need
It needs to be something.
A subscriber shake.
Nope.
Subscriber shake, like a handshake. A subscriber.
It just looks like that. Looks strangely.
Subscriber shake.
Cheeky tug.
A cheeky tug. No. We'll think of one. You guys throw some ideas for it as well. So thanks so much, Dante. We've got that viewer decision as well, guys. So go ahead and vote in it to make the next one happen as well.
Oh my god, Stetson says this is like a recap of my childhood. Stetson, bro.
Damn.
Damn.
Me too, buddy. Me too. So yes. So Rosie says, well, as long as we're together, you can look after me.
I say, I will, Rosie, I can only protect you if you fight this darkness. Because I think also Drock has no idea what a demonic pact is,
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure like she can just shake this off.
Yeah, it's like, come on, get better, woman, you mad person.
Yeah, I'm like I know you're good in black, but seriously, this is excessive. It's just a phase. I need you to shake like.
Yeah. So no, she says it's not that easy. It's a process. 12-step process. I'll try and fight it for you, Dad, but I can only do it with Mom's help.
She doesn't want to help you.
But killing my mom isn't gonna help. Just
I
gonna
didn't-
make me lonely and sad.
I point, like, not realizing how hard I've hit Althea. I'm like,
You've literally knocked a woman out with a giant hammer, Drock.
but like he's a half orc soldier. He's not gonna like. He's just like she's fine. She's like in the wall. And it's fine.
Jeez. So the other patrons of the bar were actually quite fond of Althea. They were getting behind her thing, like the fact that she had saved the children. So a lot of people are like surrounding her, giving her medical attention, and there are people kind of looking towards you very kind of aggressively, Drock. They don't seem to appreciate the fact you've taken her down.
I in which case will I will pull up a maybe like a table was knocked over when I hit her, and I pull it up and I stand and I drop the hammer loudly on the table within sort of like grabbing distance, and I stand and address everyone and just I'm going to say, people of this fine village, I confess I'm new here, and well, we've made quite a stir, and I can understand if we have not necessarily made the best of impressions. There was Cricket. We all remember Cricket, right? He smiles, hoping.
Everyone's like,
Yeah,
that's what got the kids in danger in the first place. Playing cricket in those woods.
I said, maybe it was. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. What matters now is the kids are safe. All of them. Except for Rosie here. I think I speak for everyone here when I regret what has happened to Rosie.
Oh yeah. And Tolian says, well, you know those ruffians, well, like the Red Brand lot down the Sleeping Giant and previously down that manor where they've been hiding out. Says they got powerful mages down there. A real powerful dark mage. He might know something about this whole demon stuff. If you're trying to cure her, then maybe...
That's true. Yes, indeed. So they may all be dead. But we won't focus on that for now. That's sort of a good thing, really, because they were terrible individuals, and we heard they were causing some trouble.
Well, maybe you could just go loot his place then, like all of his magic stuffs. They might have something there.
The manor, yes.
No, below the manor.
But
They got a cavern system down here where they all hide out. They use the manor as a front, but I guess now that's gone, I guess it's pretty open to get to.
Sanyas kind of sticks her head around the door. She's like, we could probably deal with that.
I was saying, like, I say, yes, Sanyas, my dear friend. Like, Drog's doing all the wrong things to win these guys over. It's just like, yes, Sanyas, my friend there has a point. Like, we could do something, but I need you to understand that not always is the easy way the right way. I think we all learned something here. And he gets down and like he's taught these people. His sermon is over. They understand.
Yeah, they know now.
they know the way of Drop. And he turns to Rosie and says, I will find a way to rid you of this curse. Even if even at the expense of the entire plot of this actual this game. I will find a way.
So
Well, I think the viewer decision is pretty conclusive.
It
Oh,
is.
God.
We'll get a land a moment though. So the men of the village say, kind of tell you that there was a kind of mage who lived down in the hideout, supposedly, who could help with demonic possession, freeing, and exorcisms and stuff like that. Rosie says, well, I guess if you're trying to cure me, we might as well just go there.
I nod.
Can you wake
so
Mum up
proud-
now?
I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. I'm like, yeah, no, absolutely. And I walk over and like there's some salt. There's like a salt shaker on the table for they do pub food. Like you know, like that not too fancy, just home cooked meals.
Yeah, pub grub sort of stuff.
Yeah, pub grub, yeah, exactly. So I take the salt shaker and I waft it under your nose. And you probably smell absolutely nothing because it's just table salt.
It's just table salt.
It's just fucking never gonna work. But can I try and like bring her around?
Yeah, sure. You can just bring it around. You need to roll for it. So, Alfair, you awaken to Drock in your face and a bunch of people over you, and Rosie too.
He's smiling like happily, like he's happy to see you.
Did I see him hit me?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't really that subtle about it. I swung as hard as I could, pretty like two-handed. Yeah.
She sticks her head back round the door again, and she's like, "Just be glad it was him. I would have actually killed you."
How are you? Are you feeling okay? You took a nasty tumble.
I'm going to really quickly reach at his throat and just like grab him and just like hold him by the throat and just be like, if you ever try anything with me again, I will make sure that your soul never, ever can be safe.
Me too.
I turn around, I nod, and I say, and if you ever try and sell Rosie's soul or do anything creepy and harm her in
I'll let go. Yeah.
like oh, she's stronger than she looks actually. Like okay, right, and just like so I hope you learned your lesson. And I think we all learned. He stands up and he's like, and I think we all learned a little something here today.
Waits for applause.
Sanyas applauds, just standing in the doorway.
Okay, so that happens, so I guess the group of you are headed back off to the hideout of the ruffians. Immediately, or is there anywhere else you guys want to go first with Rosie? She's pretty intent on coming with her mother.
We should gear Rosie up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's got a demonic sword that I apparently can't have back now. It's a demonic ice-damaging long sword. It's ridiculous. And I was like...
Thanks so much to Rosie Dragon Goddess for following. Welcome to the adventure, Rosie. You're a gentle goddess and a scholar.
Dragon Goddess.
That's her.
Okay.
For this viewer decision, we do have all of the votes basically lead towards Rosie is in fact a dragon, hidden in human form, hence why she can't find her mother, and consumes Balthazar, becoming a demonic dragon lord. We've got a bit more kind of plot arc to get through with Rosie. I think that's quite a good kind of end goal for Rosie. So we're not going to bring it in immediately, but we will learn more about that throughout the adventure. And with any luck, we will bring Rosie into her true dragon form over the next few weeks.
Is that something we want to strive for? Really? Is that? I mean, I know chat have decided, and therefore it's out of my hands. But is that really something I want to strive for?
I mean, it's happening, so...
just like perched on top of the town hall, just like, hey guys, remember when you wouldn't let me play with you?
They have it coming.
So, what's the plan then? Who's going where? Who's doing what?
I'm gonna go to the general store with Rosie.
Okay.
And
yeah, I have to go as well. I have to keep an eye on.
Okay, so you guys head to Barthen's Provisions, where previously you met Barthen. I believe only Drock hasn't met him yet, maybe.
Yeah, I've met him.
Yeah, and Sildar is there as well. Sildar kind of he looks very happy to see Drock, and he kind of looks odd at Rosie, and he says, "Oh, good to see you guys back. Glad you made it. I figured there wasn't too much we could really do with the whole giant fucking mimic thing going on, so we just camped out
My sentiments, exactly.
Oddly, Drock embraces Sildar. He brings him in for like a bro hug, Oh no, not that face.
Sildar brings it in and he hugs like a little bit too long, and then you hear
Yeah.
it.
It's just,
He goes more than 3 Mississippis.
yeah, Drog doesn't quite get it, but he's just like
Drog's like, are you smelling my hair?
he's just like, no. I look down at Sildar and I'm just like, it's good to see you. It's good to see someone.
It's good to see you too.
No.
I was worried.
Drog's like talking about something completely different. He's
Yeah.
like, so was I.
He's talking about the kids.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm still worried about the kids. And he's just like, you missed me. Yeah. And,
So
okay.
Barfin is the proprietor of the place. He's got a pretty simple looking shop here. He says, "Hey, can I help you?"
Yes, my daughter Rosie is in need of a bit of adventuring gear. She's going to be coming along with us.
He says, "All right, so you've adopted. Congratulations, Rosie." Thanks. With her giant demonic sword.
It's like in my head, it's like anime levels of just too big. It's just like this massive in comparison. It's like an orcish longsword, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I'm 7." It's got Legoland written in massive letters down the side, and it's just foam. Like, yeah, no, she'll be fine.
So, what can I get for you, though? Any luck finding those boys, by the way? The 2 dwarf lads, Drock.
I shake my head and say, there was some, fast-moving real estate in town that caught my attention, but I'll be looking into it as soon as I can. Which reminds me, I have certain other promises in town to keep for. And he like addresses the rest of the party as he says that. Says, "I'll talk to you in a moment, but first, this." And now this.
And now for our regular exhibition. So, he says, what do you need?
I figure probably some healing potions would be handy as well. She needs some sort of armor to wear. Don't want her to.
I don't think I've got anything really for kids' size. What
about halflings?
Not so much. The closest we've got is a bit of dwarven leather armor. Might fit with a stretch, a few changes.
I suppose that's the best we can do.
Sorry, I mean, I'm no armorer. You could go over the street, there's a smithy, he might be able to make something custom for you.
I'll look at Rosie, see what she thinks.
She's like, yeah, custom.
Okay. Get whatever you want, dear.
Thanks, Mom.
Who's paying for this?
And he says, healing potions wise, I've got, and he brings out 2 healing potions. He says, each one will cost you 20 gold, so I've got a couple more back here as well. So he's got a total of 4, 20 gold pieces each.
I'll take 2 for 40.
Okay.
I have gold, but I don't know how much gold I have.
Yeah, that's always the issue, isn't it? I know I have money somewhere. It's in savings.
No, I have gold. I buy one.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you guys can buy how many gold, how many potions you want to with that gold. Yes. We actually have just hit 30 retweets, which is pretty fucking cool.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty cool, guys.
What, 3-4 viewer decisions so far?
3 so far, and we could have more as well. So we have 30 followers and the 30 retweets. We're gonna bundle them together because otherwise we'll never get anything done. So let's have one more view decision for the 30 mark of retweets and followers. So underneath this line here in chat, they're about to go into the. Okay, so here's the one. They're about to go down into the Red Brand's ruffians' hideout. Now there might be something extra in this hideout. What could there be? Is it some extra monster is there? It could be a trap which is there. It could be something which happens whilst they're down there, like a cave-in or a flood or something like that. So throw your ideas into the chat, and we'll have our 4th view decision of the day. So let's make it happen, folks.
Just a suggestion, Balthazar. We just find like his
body.
Yeah. No, we find like his like dwelling, and he like we walk in, and he's just having like a bubble bath.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys.
Oh.
So you buy your potions.
How did you know?
You buy your potions, and across the street you do see there's a dwarven blacksmith working away at the iron, kind of ding 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 on the metal. He looks up as Althea and Rosie appear. Hey, can I help you?
Sorry, what did he say?
Can I help you?
Yes, definitely.
Racist.
My daughter Rosie would like some custom armor fitted for her.
Hey, custom, you see. Well, I've got this old, a piece I was gonna give to my daughter, but she never really wanted it, so maybe this would fit. A bit of chainmail. And it kind of brings out this kind of male suit, which is, child-sized. Like, big child-sized. Wait, what?
Say that again.
Say that again.
Talk smack about my daughter again.
Hey, this looks like it might fit. What'd you say?
I'm gonna look at Rosie, see what she says.
Yeah.
All right, well, do you perhaps have a just a room where Rosie could put on top of her clothes? Never mind, I'm dumb.
Changing room. Yeah, I mean, it fits.
I'm gonna have to ask the question and say, how much would such a piece cost?
Hey, it's 100 gold. Making armor for the kids ain't easy, Takes a lot of work and time.
What about a discount, or perhaps on the house for the savior of the city and all the children?
Oh, I heard about that giant creature going round. Was that you?
Yes.
Wait, weren't you the one that sold that kid's soul? What gets around pretty
Yes,
quick
she
here?
was.
Yes, I mean...
I guess dwarves, we're not very keen on that sort of thing.
I step in and I just say, listen, I was just wondering, obviously, you've got to understand that a custom piece like this, while maybe worth more in your eyes, it's the sort of thing that it's incredibly hard to shift. I mean, I understand that, you made this for your daughter, and, well, it's hard to find someone who, in this kind of economic, sociological, and political climate, can really afford to buy custom armor, especially for a young lady such as my daughter. So I was wondering if maybe, considering it's a hard item to shift, maybe you could cut me a slight discount.
Roll me a perception check. Persuasion check.
You don't see the punches that he launches straight into your face for trying to haggle with a dwarf.
Every dwarf I do now, I've decided is Billy Conway, so...
18!
Nice.
Yes.
Ooh. And he says, hey, I hear your point. Let's say 80 gold.
I look expectantly at Mommy. Let's say it's more than I have, I'm afraid.
I'm going to attempt to kind of flirt with the door. And just be like, I mean, come on, you could surely go a little bit cheaper. You want to make sure that Rosie and her dear mother can return to safety to see your handsome, rugged face again.
Roll me a persuasion check again. See your handsome, rugged face again. That's a new one.
Your leathery, weathered.
Your leathery face. What did you roll?
11.
11, yeah. He says, hey, I may be leathery and weathery, but I don't think so. Not the whole child selling into soul slavery thing. Not too keen on that. So 80 gold.
How about I'm gonna kind of like look a little more scary. How about 60 gold, and I'll make sure your soul isn't taken.
Intimidation check.
What the fuck?
-1, oh yeah.
Oh, that's 20!
Damn! Billy Connolly Dwarf is terrified of your threat to end him.
Like it's backed up by like Drock giving him a weary look, like like we've been married for years, and I'm just like, bro,
It's not worth it.
just agree, just nod and agree. It's so much easier.
I've just been told, by the way, I just got an email from Twitch saying that our chat badge has been approved. So I think if we refresh, we might see it there for subscribers. So hopefully that will show in a few moments. Let me test there, see if it shows. No, it's still star. It says approved, so hopefully it'll come through in a few moments. Anyway, he says, take it, 60 gold. Let's say 50, 50, nice and round number, right? 50.
Why don't you give it to her for free?
Fuck you.
I pay the man. Like, I'm just like this poor man. I'm like, I'm gonna actually have to pay the man. Save him. I pay him. I'm so poor now. I had so much money.
I mean, they're expensive things, kids. You know.
Right, I've got it, guys. Our sub badge is up.
Yay!
Yay.
Badge. Are you see yours? Maybe we'll have to refresh once more.
Yeah, no, everyone refresh now, but yeah.
Alright, thanks so much to Goblox Joey for following. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. So if you don't see it, guys, give it a refresh, give it a few moments. It'll probably show up on your side as well. Twitch is a little bit janky of these sorts of things. So, we will, let's see, so you pay over the gold to the nice man, the nice dwarf. And Rosie tries on, it's nice, I like it, thanks.
Yes. Well, thank your father for buying it for you.
Does
dear.
this mean you two are in love?
How does that look go? Do you wrinkle your nose in disgust like that, or is that just...
Or is it kind of like, maybe, if you're lucky?
Maybe when you're older, we'll have a talk about love. But for now, we're just your mother and father.
Yeah, I don't really feel loved yet. Anymore, you know? Just a slavish desire to follow. Just like B4 Chimneys. Welcome to the adventure, my friend.
Oh, that's a segue.
You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us. Off to the hideout next then, I guess?
Yeah.
Alright then, so you guys head on back down to the manor, which is now gone, and in its wake lies a kind of mess of ruins and rubble. And you get to the same spot you were before. You see the grate leading downwards to the kind of hideout area. So it's a long grate that you see lights below. What are you guys up to? See you later, Dante. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for subscribing. So what's the plan?
I just like turn to the group and I'm just like, listen, I have an agreement with the store owner that I have to look into a matter in town, so I really don't have too much time to burn through dealing with these ruffians. So if we could crack on with that. Plus, I'm sure Rosie here he like changes tack and he's like, I'm sure Rosie here is itching to find out what an adventurer's life is all about.
Yeah, I want to see.
All right. Well, sure. Let's go.
Okay. So
how does Sildar take the whole I'm now sort of like got a kid with Alfrea? I'm curious.
Yeah, he's not entirely he hasn't really taken it in yet. I guess Sildar's with you still, but he's still like he's in the denial phase of grief at this point, so he's just pretending that it's not happening. Yeah. So you guys want to go down the kind of ladder rung here?
Yeah, I guess I'll head that way. I'll lead the way, trying to set an example for my daughter and.
Sure thing. Okay, so let me bring you over to this little sexy map here, courtesy of the Roll20 fucks. There we go. Roll20, not the Roll20 fucks. The Roll20 module app thing thing. I don't know what they actually call it. Let me get the artwork out of the way so you guys can see it nicely and properly here. So you come down into a room, and in this room there are barrels. There's also a source of water down here. Bear in mind, all of the floor is slightly covered in sick at this point, because you see, the whole mimic thing, the whole vomit, that whole ordeal has kind of seeped down into here somewhat. And you see there's a door down here, along with stairs which you've the ladder rungs which you've come up from, basically. And there appears to be up here kind of staircase leading upwards to a balcony area which leads on further down into a corridor. So you've got a couple of options around here. I'll show you guys what they're actually seeing. So, what are you guys up to?
I've just remembered water source. You made me turn into a amphibious
Yes,
thing.
you became slightly amphibious.
I have webbed toes, and feet, and gills,
And gills, indeed.
and fingers, and gills.
I have not
God.
noticed this. I have not noticed this.
So, you find yourselves down in a deep, dank, dark cellar. With only a few ways to kind of go around. Who's doing what? Speak to me, people.
Cool. Sorry, I'm literally just walking around, like, on Roll20, because it's really cool, because, like, I'm just messing with the dynamic lighting, because this is new, and I love it. And I also realised that you can move your token around with the arrow keys, so I feel like I'm properly...
Oh my god!
I know, it's the coolest!
Amazing!
They've had a bunch of cool updates, actually, Roll20, doing super well.
Yeah. So I guess I end up in the pool for some reason, because I'm fucking around my token. But yeah, I wander around, seemingly looking for like a way out, I guess.
So you find this kind of doorway off to the left. There's also a kind of staircase leading upwards. So the doorway you should be able to see is just about
Over here.
We see with this dynamic lighting how we do it. How do I does the dynamics? There we go, like so. You want to open this door?
Yes, I do. I want to do it rather cautiously though, because
Sure. You open the door slowly. Roll me a stealth check as you do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I will. Oh dear.
And you look into this room here.
I peek.
You peek. What's up, Phandalin?
I crashed through the door.
Okay. Nice. You crash through.
I broke the door open.
Yes, excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Let me, in fact, I want to. You guys better look at this. So, cool. So you crash through the door, and you see these three guys standing here amongst crates, and they kind of turn, but they're ready for you because you kind of crashed open it, and they just kind of like draw their weapons. These are the same looking ruffians before, but they look furtive, and they look like they've closed the door to escape the mimic and the sick from within. So can we roll some initiative, please? Please.
I did a good thing, guys. I did a good thing.
I did.
No,
a
you
thing.
didn't. You did a thing.
Damn.
It wasn't good.
Oh no, okay, that wasn't. I was like, yeah, 21. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's not me.
So,
My initiative button isn't working again.
you got to select a token, and you should be able to do it as well.
I did select my token, but the button's not doing anything. I'll just roll it.
Yeah, manually, that'll probably fix your little problem there. Let me bring this in.
There you go. I rolled a 16.
Nice. So, on a 16.
And a 7.
On a 7. There we go. Oh man, I see all little badges now. That's super cool. I'm liking this.
Indeed.
So,
I still haven't got them, and I've refreshed it like 3 times.
Yeah, me
probably
either.
because Moldark hates you.
Moldark does hate me, it's true.
Probably why. Sanyas, what did you roll?
I rolled a 16.
Drock, what did you roll?
Sorry, a 7. I've just realised there's now 2 wills in the Roll20.
There is, yeah. Althea, what did you roll?
21.
21. Alright, so the turn order for this combat is going to be Althea, followed by the Ruffians, followed by Sanyas, followed by Drock, and then finally Sildar will go last. So,
What about Rosie? Rosie.
Oh god, yeah, I've got Rosie the token. She'll go with Sildar. Nice, yeah, I see him now. They've been refreshed a few times. So, okay, sure. So, top of this round, Althea, it is your turn.
Okay.
What are you up to?
Da-da-da-da.
Okay.
I'm going to
Da-da-da-da.
walk up to here,
Okay.
and Drock is kind of in the way.
God damn it, Drog.
But I'm going to cast.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
And I'm going to, let's see, 10 feet. Ah. Okay, so I'm only going to be able to do one because they're about like 10 feet apart.
Sure.
But I will target this guy in the back because I can't really see this one.
Sure.
And
Yeah, man, that badge looks sick. Sick, bruh.
23.
Tried to get Dong there, but they wouldn't let me. 23 is a hit.
Alright, and I'll roll the damage as well as on a hit. They can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Nice. How much damage was it, sorry?
Let's find out. One.
One.
And that's against this one here?
Yes.
Okay.
No, the one in the back.
Oh, the one in the back. Okay, perfect. Nice. Man, this is so nice and easy with the new pack because they literally made this entire map, tokens, everything for me. I'd do that. I'd pay $20 for everyone to do this for me all the time.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
So,
cool.
Will, real quick, just so you remember, this spell is going to go off late because
that is
the
true. Yeah, it's
first
delayed
spell-
magic.
So this is going to be a 1d6 turn.
Yeah, let's do one. I think it's a 2d6, but let's not do that because that'll take forever. We probably won't get
Yeah,
that many turns. So,
Lame.
lame. 3 turns, that spell is going to hit. Okay, so
No.
at round 3, Chill Touch will happen. For 1 damage. Perfect. Alright, so this guy's actually still at full health, technically. So, that is Althea's turn. It's the Ruffian's turn. And boy, are they feeling rough and ready. What's up, Psychopore? How's it going, buddy? Good to see you back, my friend. So, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. We just got the badges in sub chat, so you should be able to see them. So, this guy is going to shoot Drock, first of all. So, Drock, you're going to take, my friend, you're going to take a 14 versus your armor class.
He impacts the shield strapped to Drock's left arm, and no.
Nice. The other two are going to kind of take cover, but kind of swing around and attack, rather than just standing straight in the doorway. So they're going to slice at you for a 13 and for an 18 versus your armor class.
Welcome.
The 18 hits.
Nice.
Just.
And thanks so much to 7.com for following. Welcome, my friends, to the adventure. You gentlemen and scholars, thank you for joining us today. Yeah, it looks awesome, doesn't it? New sub chat looks fucking sweet. So, an 18 is a hit. That means that you are going to take some damage, my friends. Some damage. So, Drock is sliced across the cheek for only 3 damage. The kind of grazing slice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, that is Drock. Drock there. Ruffian's turn takes it to Sanya's turn. So, Sanya's Night Peak all the way back down there by the watery pool.
Indeed.
What is your plan?
Being a halfling, I can share a square with another character. So,
It has to be, it's a creature one size larger than you, I believe.
Indeed.
So you
but
can,
I can't actually reach you. So
Oh, rest in pepperoni.
that's really annoying.
You
That's
can move
right.
through Drock spaces if you wish to stand. For instance, here you can move through allied spaces. You just can't finish in them.
Yes, I can because I'm a halfling.
Oh yeah, you can. You're small, so
Yeah,
you can stand by Drock if you want to.
I don't have the movement. I'm a halfling. My movement's only 25 feet.
Cool. So you just want to move in your turn?
Yeah, yes, I will double my movement. and then I can get to truck.
Okay, cool. We'll kind of bring your... Yeah, we'll have you there. So let me just kind of offset Sanyas just a little bit so we can see that the two of you are both there. Perfect. That's Sanya's turn. Drock Longthorn, it's your turn. What's up, buddy?
Cool. The one that sliced at me. I'm gonna like step fully into this room. And yeah, I'm going to just. You know what? No, I will charge into this room. I'll go for this one here, the one who's sort of like directly in front of me, and I'm gonna come at him like a wrecking hammer with my hammer. And I will yell something loud and ridiculous. I can't rhyme it because it's just like incoherent, boring. But if not, I'd have to rhyme because it is indeed. It's hammer rhyme.
It's hammer rhyme. Let's go.
And 19 for 13 damage.
19 for 13 damage. That is... that you're attacking this guy here, right?
Yep, that's it.
Nice. So he takes 13. He's not dead, but he takes a big hit.
Yeah, straight to the gut.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's Drock Longthorn's turn. Takes it to Sildar. And we need a token for Rosie, don't we? Let's see. I've got a nice token here for her. Ooh.
Is it really, though?
What about this? For Rosie. This could be Rosie.
Yep. Yeah, I love it.
Alright, so
It's a
Sildar...
face only a mother could love.
Yeah. Rosie's going to run in. Sildar's going to try and back you up, but he can't quite get in yet.
It's a scrum.
Yeah, it's a real scrum mess at this point. That means they're going to swing wildly around to attack the baddies. Rosie's going to swing in for... Let me bring this back here. She's going to swing in for a 20 versus this guy here on the top. And she hits him on a 20 for... It's magical, so 8 damage on this dude. And he's like, no! As this little girl swings this demonic sword at him, he goes, and she's like, please die, I need your soul. And Sildar can't take an action on this turn because he can't get into attack. So that means, in fact, no you can't. So that means it's top of round 2. Althea, it's your turn.
Okay. There's so many people in the way.
I know. I'll mark all the good guys as green, just for the sake of those watching at home. And thank you so much to Cutie Kai. What's up, Cutie Kai? You're the most gentlemanly of scholars. Welcome to the little subscriber club. We need a subscriber shake, a subscriber...
Yeah, we're trying to like figure out what to do for like, because usually we have a patron fist bump, which is a patron fist bump, which is big and hype, and and we always shout out all our followers, but we need something dramatic for people who subscribe, and so far we haven't got one, which is really sad because it only happened yesterday, so we're adjusting. So
a subscriber slurp. A subscriber.
You're a gentleman and a
scholar. All right,
it's basically Fletch will just shout you out.
Althea, it is your turn.
Okay. So did I notice that like my magic didn't really like go?
Yeah, you did.
A little confused by it, so I'm gonna attempt to. More people are in the way.
A subscriber salute. That's quite a good one.
Yes, I like it.
Salute. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Like that, yeah, I like that. That's good. Flaming Killer for that one.
Yeah, that's it.
It's it. We found it. And jazz hands. So Althea, what was it you're doing? Sorry, got distracted by saluting people.
She's going to. Can I like take my attack action like while I'm like standing? Actually, I can stand in the same square as Sonya, so actually I'm gonna.
You would be able to, but Drock is also Drock isn't there. You're right. You can stand there. Yep.
I'm gonna stand.
Yeah, I anticipated the scrum, so I was like, I'll just hit my furthest away. We can all pile in.
And I'm gonna cast, or attempt to cast, Ray of Sickness.
Nice. That could be one of our new. In fact, we hit 25 subscribers today. We're like 30 something already, so we're gonna have to think of even more emotes to come. So
Yeah,
maybe a salute could be a good one.
Ray of Sickness.
Ray of Sickness.
I'm gonna go after the same guy.
Nice.
Suggestion: a subscriber dancing goat doing jazz hands, voiced by Warwick Davis, and saluting.
Sold. Yeah. Sold to the man in the back. Perfect. That's a hit on a 15.
Okay, so
You kill him.
So he takes 7 poison damage, and then he also has to do a con save, and if he fails, he gets disadvantage on abilities.
He would do if he were alive.
Oh,
so
okay,
he's actually
okay.
dead. He was on like 2 hit points. So rest in pepperoni.
Okay.
Perfect. That
I'm gonna
is.
get back out.
I just want Rosie screaming at new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Are you my mum?
Do it.
Yes.
Oh man,
Good
that's good. That's Althea's turn. Takes it to these ruffians over here. Their turn. And so the ruffians are not big fans of being attacked by you guys, and so they're gonna fight back at you. So the 2 who are still alive are gonna attack Rosie. Because yeah, I mean that's a mistake right there. Mistake number 1, attacking the Rose machine.
I think it all went wrong when I first tried to attack Rose.
Oh damn, plus 40, not plus 4, my bad. Rolled a 20 nonetheless. So Rosie is going to take some damage at this point. And she's going to take 8 damage. Damn, Rosie. On this guy's turn. So she has all of the stats of a bugbear, by the way. And thanks so much to Grim the Viewer for following. Welcome, Grim, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Thank you for joining us. So, perfect. She takes some hits at that point. It's Sanya's turn.
It is indeed.
Indeed. So, what are you doing?
I am. From where I am, can I get to the 2 bad guys? I know they're in adjacent squares, but is there kind of like a wall in the way, or would I have to move forward?
You can attack from there, yeah.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to attack one of them.
Welcome.
And thanks so much to Skunk City for following. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentle skunk and a scholar.
Oh, that sounded hard to say.
That's
was.
a 20 to hit.
I actually bit my lip recently, so like speaking is really, really difficult and painful. A 20 is a hit. Roll damage.
Welcome.
For 9 damage, and because I've got allies within 5 feet, I also get sneak attack on top of that.
Sweet. And thanks so much to Wicked Warlock for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
So that is 11 damage overall to whoever out of them's already taken damage, if anyone.
Okay, so pick one, either high or low. This guy has taken
High.
damage. Okay, cool. He dies.
Cool.
Nice. Good job. He falls down dead as you're kind of running through with your blade. Which means that's Sanya's turn. Taking it to Drock Longthorn's turn. There's only one guy left alive. It's this fella here.
I'm going to grab him. Instead of killing him, I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to basically I'm going to grapple him and bring him down, because I need to have words with at least one of them, because I've just realized that we're actually here looking for someone. We should probably get a description or something. You know, maybe instead of just murdering everyone,
True.
that only just occurred to me. So I'm going to make an athletics check, if that's okay, Will.
Sure thing.
Cool. And while I figure out how to do that, Will, with regards to biting the inside of your own mouth, do you find it weird that sometimes, we are the most intelligent animal on the planet, supposedly. Sometimes we still bite the inside of our own mouths.
Yeah.
And then once you've done it, you can't stop doing
Yeah,
it.
you just can't. You just
So
keep
painful.
doing it. It's just a real reflex. A perfect number, Will, for the athletics check.
Nice. 17. So you grab him up, and
Yeah, grab him all.
Yeah, you grab all of him, and you just as you grab him in a big old bear hug, and essentially just have him trapped at this point. So you got him cornered.
And was he the one who hurt Rosie?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, genuinely, right. I look at this man and like I imagine like because I don't know if we're out of combat yet. If he's gonna sort of like
We're kind of out of combat for this one.
Yeah,
You got him.
yeah, kind of. So I guess like if anyone else wants to pile into the room, now would be the time to do it, as most of the people are dead. But I'm gonna pin him to like the wall and just say, "You hurt my daughter, which is something of a problem. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and you're going to answer me. And if I don't like the answers, my daughter is going to spend the next 5 minutes kicking you round the room like a hacky sack. Do you understand? Because believe me, she can do it." I give her a firming nod. Can I roll an intimidation?
She'll do it. Yeah, roll me an intimidation check. Definitely.
16.
Yeah, Marduk did subscribe actually earlier, which is hilarious because it's just me paying Twitch $2.50 to have that little fucking thing there so he can have some emotes.
That was literally all I did. I was like, I need that. I need that.
I know the thing is the bot will be able to give out all the different like global emotes and stuff, so it'd be cool when people follow to give all the different emotes we have. So yeah, it's only subject. There's like 30 or 40 of you guys at this point. Fucking insane. So intimidation check was a pretty
16.
good success on a 16. So he says, yeah. What do you want to know? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You just attacked and we panicked.
No, actually, I walked in the door and you fired a crossbow at me. So basically, I need to know who the dark sorcerer, magician, magic mofugger in your group is. I need to know where he is, and I need to know what he looks like.
He says, the leader of us lot is glass staff. His staff is made of glass. He's in the western areas of the hideout.
What does he look like?
Tall, dark beard, looks like a wizard.
I look to the group. I'm like, I feel like he might be a wizard. Right.
I mean, he's kind of creepy.
Is
Folks
there anything
don't go
I
into
need
his
to...
workshop. They don't come out.
Okay. Whereabouts is his workshop? On the west side, I presume.
The west side. Please don't kill me.
Okay. Last little bit. Unless anyone else has questions, I'll get to them in a moment. But do you know anything about two dwarves that went missing just outside town? I think they went near. Will remind me because it was only like an hour ago. I actually found this out in game, but I can't remember. It was to the north, I think.
Sorry, say that again, mate.
Where did the two dwarfs that went missing?
Yeah, they went off to the north. Yeah.
Yeah. Two dwarfs, brothers, went missing up north. They said they'd found something. You know anything about that?
No.
I mean, if you did, and you told me, and you'd done something terrible, I'd forgive you, because then I'd have a clue.
Well, listen, there are captives near the old crypts, but I don't think there's no dwarves there.
They're not a family from in town, are they?
Yeah. I think they might be. I didn't do it. I'm just.
No, absolutely. You've just told me, but they're near the old crypts.
Near the old crypts, down below it, yeah.
And what about Tommy? Was it Rosie?
Thanks so much to Yochi Massa for following. And by the way, the first emote is ERP Gent Scholar, and it should appear soon. It just told me that it got approved, so it'll probably be the thing where we do a free refreshes and it might show up. So hopefully that will happen soon. But yeah, so you asked Rosie about Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy. He's my love.
No, I forgot that.
And didn't you say that these scum took Tommy, killed his family?
Yeah, or at least they got captured. They might be down here.
I'm gonna look at the ruffian and be like, "Is this the family that you captured?"
I don't know. I'm not in that area of the manor. And if he's gone to shit since the thing above just started earthquaking around. All I know is Glassstaff's in charge and he's been talking to him.
Do you have any other weapons on you other than whatever?
Got a dagger in my boot.
Dagger in your boot. Okay. Off with that. Thank you.
He offs his dagger in his boot, throws it onto the floor.
Oh, I just say, I turn to Rosie and I hand her the dagger and I say, rule number 1 of adventuring. This man knows. Always have a dagger in your boot. It's literally the first thing you put on your character sheet is I have a dagger and it's in my boot. Everyone does it. It's just accepted. And I hand her the dagger and I just say, sorry about that. I'm sure you can get a new one, but she needs to learn these sorts of things. Now,
of course, yeah, take it.
Right, so we're going to have to. Everyone's okay with letting him go. He's unarmed and he's given us a lot of information, so I don't see any reason in letting him go. I mean, he did just lose 2 friends of his, who I'm assuming you didn't really like that much because they seem like pretty terrible people. And you've learned from the error of your ways.
Yeah, totally.
Yes. See that gentleman over there? And I point to Sindel and just say, he'll, is it? No, not Sindel.
Sildar, yeah. A single tear goes down Sildar's face. You don't remember his name.
You see this gentleman here? This is my good friend Sildar. He's going to lead you out, and he's going to walk you out, and you're going to leave, and you're going to stay away from the sleeping giant for a considerable amount of time. You're going to find some reputable work in town. Isn't that right?
Sure, of course. That sounds great. I never meant to get caught up in all this anyways.
And you would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for this meddling kid. Now be off with you.
He fucks off.
Is anyone killing on the way out? Because I won't actually probably be able to stop you. But I just wonder.
Is anyone going to kill him on the way out?
I think about it, but I'm like,
I consider his death. I like the idea, but he's gone. Damn.
Okay, so you let him go. Sildar takes him out. We won't see Sildar for the next scene or so. So you find yourself back in this. I'll delete these guys' tokens for the sake of this, making it a little bit messy. In this room here, get rid of him as well, and Sildar can go for a bit. In this room. Here, it's kind of cellar area. There's a lot of kegs and barrels in here with. You look inside, it's got salted pork, beef, flour, sugar, apples, ale. It's quite noisy moving them around, but that's what you find in there. Are you spending any great deal of time looking around, or are you just kind of giving it a cursory kind of glance over?
Drock will just look it over, see that it's that, and then will probably is that in this room here? Sorry.
Yeah, in this little kind of side room there.
Cool. I'd like to close the door. I want to basically lock the door, and then break the lock with my dagger. So I just want to stick my dagger in and break the lock so it can't be opened. And we're gonna sell all of that stuff.
Is Rosie still in there?
No,
Lock her in.
BRB, break. You're grounded.
So, you find yourselves back in this main chamber, this kind of cistern area here, and these kind of stairs seem to kind of lead up here.
In which case, I turn around to Sanyas and I say, so, my opening doors policy seems to be a little loud. Maybe you could lead the way as the diminutive little sneaky one.
Fair enough. And she kind of heads around and opens the door.
Okay, cool. So
just opens the door with no stealth.
Do you want me to roll a stealth check? I'm opening it stealthily.
Yeah, if you want to be quiet, then do a stealth check.
Please do.
And let me know what you get.
Oh.
So if yes,
That's
the
a
sneaky
natural
That's a nat one.
You're a halfling.
Oh, I can re-roll.
You can re-roll. You're lucky.
23. That's better.
Yeah. It's just like so.
So, you have to climb up here. It's not so much a door as you're kind of climbing up. So you re-roll, and you find yourself all the way up here in this kind of hallway. You feel like you're being pretty quiet at this point. And you see before you this kind of thick dust covering the flagstones. It's a pretty somber-looking hallway. The walls are decorated with columns every 10 feet, and the double doors are at the west end of the hall, achieved in copper plate and green with age. So you kind of see as you're going to come out to this area here, you can see down the end of the corridor there are some doors, and there's an age relief carving of a mournful angel across the doors.
You said there's like thick dust on the floors, right?
Yes, thick dust.
Are there footprints, like fresh footprints, in the dust?
Roll me a survival check. Oh, sorry, an investigation check. Even better. Beast, you should be able to see the rolls, buddy. Maybe I had it off on the wrong screen from earlier. It's back on now. Sorry.
Investigation, yeah?
Multi-managing different things. Yes. That's plus.
3.
3, you don't spot any fresh tracks here now.
Okay. I kind of stick my head back through the door and motion for the others to come up.
Cool.
Cool. I will follow. Oh, I love the way the lighting works.
No,
Really, I'm so entertained by simple things.
I mean, I've had it for ages. It's just it takes a lot of work to kind of like put it into each different game. So Sanyas, stop right there. Stop moving. There.
Yeah, what are you doing?
There you go. Okay, so Sanyas, as you walk straight into there, you
Set off a trap.
yes, roll me a dexterity saving throw, please. As you fall in, you begin to fall into a pit trap.
Oh boy.
Ah man, my emote isn't showing it. Come on, I want to see this. Looks so good.
16.
A 16 is just enough, actually. So you're about to fall into the pit trap when you just catch onto the edge. You look down and you see that there's spikes down at the bottom of this area here.
I'd kind of try to pull myself up, and just like, there's traps. Be careful.
Yeah.
I look towards like Althea. I'm like, I told you she was good. Like, not realizing she nearly died. I'm just like, she's the person for the job.
She's the one.
Yeah, I pull myself back up and.
Sure, we'll bring this in like so to show you. Like that. Cool. So yeah, there's a little pit trap down there which you can skirt along the edge of it, but you're still on the other side. So you're gonna have to kind of like skirt along the wall if you want to do that. It's gonna be a dexterity acrobatics check to kind of shuffle your way along. If anyone and everyone who wants to do that, or you can try and jump across if you so desire.
I'm gonna try acrobatics. On a 22. I'm gonna.
Oh damn, that's a trip. That's a trap. Not a trip. That's a thing.
Hey, there we go. That's my new emote. Suddenly it works. EFE Gent Scholar. Globally across Twitch, you can see the little book with the monocle and a top hat.
I love
so
it.
good. So good. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit actually to make it a little bit more obvious about the monocle. There we go. Yeah, anyway. It's our first global emote. We'll fix it a little bit. Anyway, so who rolled anything under a 10?
I haven't rolled anything. What do
I'm
I need
the
to
only
do?
person that rolled.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are my options here?
You can jump across, you can try and shuffle across.
What would those rolls be?
Either athletics for jumping or acrobatics for shuffling.
Athletics it is. I throw myself.
Doing acrobatics.
Nice.
Can I actually hold off on that jump and because I need to make sure Rosie makes it across.
Okay, sure. Works for me.
So I will, yeah. Or even potentially like on an 18, can I assist throwing
Yeah, in fact,
Rosie?
yeah.
Yeah.
So perfect. That works for me. Yeah, you can jump across with Rosie at this point.
Fantastic. I take Rosie with me hand
In
in
fact,
hand.
someone take control of Rosie's token. I'll make this available for you guys. So you
Ah,
can
cool. Yeah, no, I'll do that. That's fine.
control by Rock. There we go.
Rosie. Oh no, I don't like looking at a health bar and seeing it's not full.
So she jumps across there. Althea, how are you going to get across?
I shuffled with an 11.
Nice. Yeah, you just make it shuffle across. And nice. That works for me. Yeah, you can jump across over there to the other side. Nice. So you find yourselves with a door before you. There's a copper door. Let me move this across so you guys can see on stream. So, yeah,
Can
there's
I-
a door.
Can I check for more traps?
Yeah, roll me a investigation check. The paranoia sets in. Paranoia sets in.
On an 8?
Well, it's not paranoia if it's if it's true. I mean, so yeah, there's no trap on the door that you can tell.
I don't think there's a trap on this one.
I take you at your word and I walk through the door.
Okay.
Do I die?
Yes. No, you
I-
don't die.
No, I've changed my mind.
I die. Instead, you step into a room, and
Oh.
in this room are 3 sarcophagi, and there appears to be a door, 2 doors in fact, one off to the right hand side here, and
Yes,
one
and then one at the top.
at the top there.
Yeah.
There's 4
Cool.
sarcophagi.
I
So
walk
in
over.
fact, let me describe the room. There's 3 large stone sarcophagi in a dusty crypt, and on each one there's this kind of dusty skeleton with rusty bits of mail just kind of like propped up against it, and the doors in the southeast corner are sheathed in this tarnished copper plate. And as you, in fact, Drock, as you step like close towards it, this creature, the skeleton, just begins to step up and slash at you. It's going to take a they're going to take an attack of opportunity against you basically as you step into its square.
Oh, yeah,
It's kind of
cool.
readied action. It's going to hit you for a 15 versus your armor class.
No.
No, it just swings its blade round, and it kind of begins to kind of wake up the others as this happens, and these 2 other skeletons just kind of launch into unholy life and step towards you. So, we can take the same initiative as before, and I'll just roll for these guys' initiatives just to keep things rolling, rather than constantly rolling for initiative. So, these guys rolled 17, perfect, exact same turn order. So, Althea, it is your turn,
Okay.
followed by the skeletons, Sanyas, Drock, and Silvar's on this one. In fact, that will be Rosie. So, Althea, what is your plan?
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame
Nice.
at this one back here. I think I can hit it. Let me double check the range.
Sure.
I'm good. So he has to make a dex save.
A dex save. Okay, he will attempt to do that. Let me see what his thingamaboots are. That is going to be an 18 from him.
Damn. Okay.
So he saves.
Yeah.
All right. Very well. It's their turn. So they're going to launch towards you guys again with unholy shambling as these 2 skeletons move in here to attack. So, first one's going to attack Drock. Drock, you take a nat 1 versus your armor class. Is the worst. The other 2 are going to attack Sanyas for an 11 and a 9, so they both miss as well.
Yeah, they do. And because they both missed, they also take 1d4 damage that I think we decided was shame damage because they missed.
Shame damage, perfect.
Oh yes, indeed. I don't suppose.
Yeah, it's the suffering shield. It's 1d4 damage if
Nice.
they miss.
Just roll a d4. Roll a d4 and thanked favoured Fast Mikey for following. Welcome, my friend. To the adventure, you're a gentleman and a scholar.
They take 2 damage each.
2 damage, nice.
Will,
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't
Josh.
suppose as it rolled a nat 1, I could have an attack of opportunity against it.
I tell you what, on a nat 1, it drops its weapon to the floor. It just kind of drops out of its boneless hand, and it's going to have to try and like pick it up if it's going to try and use it again.
It like swings, but nothing's there.
It's nothing, yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
I forgot to roll 1d6 for how many hairs I have to pull out.
Oh,
Damn it.
damn.
I
Oh,
pulled out
three.
3 hairs.
Face swing. What happens when you get to like Homer Simpson? You've just got 2. It's like you have to roll well or not cast spells.
Zoom is frozen near guys' camp. It's kind of weird. So that was that. Sanyas, it's your turn.
I am gonna attack that guy.
That guy. Hey,
That
fucking go.
skeletal thing.
Sounds good to me. Give me that roll. That's Beth. Moving, there we go.
24.
24's a hit.
7 damage.
7 damage. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay. Anything else your turn?
No.
Alright, it's Drock Longthorn's turn.
Cool. You know what? I'm gonna since this one here, I believe,
Yes.
has just dropped his weapon.
He has.
I will I will step here. No, actually no, I don't need to step there. I'm just going to move over. I'm going to attack this one that still has a weapon up and try and smack it into oblivion.
Okay. Oblivion sounds good. A good place
It
for a
does,
skeleton to
indeed.
be.
A 23 for 12 damage. That's
23 for 12 damage is a lot. Let me just quickly go back. There we go. Back on my roll 20s there. Dive in that
I've
dungeon,
rolled
guys.
really well, so I'm just going to check that like I put that in right because I think that's like the 3rd roll I've rolled really well with a hammer.
Pretty
So
high,
just-
yeah.
But yeah, no, it all looks
Nice. Yeah, that's damage. He's not quite dead, but he is very wounded by that attack.
Indeed.
Which takes it to Rosie's turn. Rosie's going to come in strong and attack this guy up here. And Rosie's going to swing for a 6, which is a miss, taking it to the top of round 2. Althea, it is your turn.
Alright, let's
Doot. Indeed.
let's do another Sacred Flame.
Let's do it.
Let me pull out some more hairs. I have to pull out 6
Oh,
hairs.
6. In before you're bold by the time we get to Glassstaff.
Right?
I have millions of hairs. It's fine. Or like hundreds of thousands or something. It's totally fine.
So it needs to make a dex save, yeah?
Yes.
Dex save is an 11, which is a miss.
Alright, I was aiming at this one.
Perfect. He takes 8. He's still standing. Is that radiant damage, though? Because that kills him.
Yes, it is radiant.
Yeah, radiant damage just burns him, and he becomes a rubble of bone on the floor. Looks pretty painful. That is these guys' turn. So Skeleton's going to attack Sanyas for a 9. Skeleton's going to attack Drock for a 19.
It also takes 1d4 damage because it missed me.
Drock takes 3 damage. Man, minimum damage on all of these rolls.
And that one takes 3 damage for missing me.
3 damage. He's nearly dead, but he's not quite. So that takes it to Sanya's turn. Yeah, Sanya, it's your turn.
Yep. I'm gonna attack that guy
Good.
with my short sword
Okay.
and for a 10, which misses, I think.
Yeah, a 10 is indeed a miss. You are not
That's
wrong.
annoying.
Drock, it's your turn.
I am going to try and obliterate this one here. No, he's
sense.
regained his stuff, so I will. 17 for 11 damage.
17 to hit, 11 damage, enough to crush him.
I
Is
just swing overhead and top of the skull.
nice, very nice. That takes it to Rosie's turn. Rosie's going to try and crush this guy. No, not that. For this, in fact, a 16 for 3 damage. Any damage will kill this guy. He's on 1 hit point. So you just crush this skeleton here, and the group of you kind of just quickly dispatch these nothing more than a mere distraction for you, really. However, you do hear cries in the next room from like, ah! Yeah, it sounds like children and women.
I'm gonna look at Rosie and be like, "Good job."
Thanks, Mom. My first kill.
Mm-hmm. Very proud of
Proud
you.
of me.
Very
Shame
proud.
they don't have souls, really.
What?
What?
I glare at Sanyas.
Why is she such a bitch, Mom?
I wish I knew.
No.
I wish I knew.
I put a firm hand on Rosie and I say, "This is not the sort of language we use in polite society."
Thanks so much to that epic tragedy for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I'm gonna put my hand on her other shoulder and I'm gonna look at him and be like, I mean, except when people clearly deserve it.
I shake my head and say, "There is a time and a place, and this is not the time and a place." And then I lean.
Oh, come on, it's not like I lied.
Out of sight of Rosie, I lean back and I just mouth to Sanya, "Stop being a bitch." Just like,
Thanks so much to Mini Lover for following as well. Welcome, my friends, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So, let's dive back into this and see. So, we are gonna move back up here. So, sounds like it's coming from this room over to your right. However, you could also go up to the kind of top, kind of here, if you wanted to. Up to you guys.
I will suggest that we split the party, just like as far as we split the party 3 spaces, and like I'm gonna go and open potentially. Oh god, I just typed so many things. I just typed so many things. Didn't mean to. I will go over here and I'm gonna stand by this door. And you said it was this one here that was the screaming was coming from?
Yes, over to the right hand side.
Yeah, so I'm going to look in this room above, and hopefully I'll tell you guys to, just in case there's like reinforcements or a load of guards that are about to rush us.
Okay, so Drock is kind of putting over there. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Let me do this. So you want to go up here. Sorry, I don't know if I was clear or not. I was looking at other things. But the screaming did come from kind of this door off to the right here, and then you think up here could be just another way through. You're not entirely sure at this point. So do you want to break into the door to the right, or you want to break into the door up front?
I'm going to try and I will wait until people try to break in. Oh, thanks, guys. You guys in chat. You flirts. What do you like? I'm going to try. I want to wait until they make their move to go in and see what's going on with the screams, and then I'm going to burst in this door here and overwhelm the party that gets killed.
Sure. Okay, so what the rest of you guys doing then?
I'm just kind of standing back, waiting for him to do something.
I'm like, oh, good. Could you check on that? It sounds like there are people in there that might need help. And I look directly, I glare at Alfair, and I'm like, Rosie's friend and beloved, Rosie, your daughter, who you care so much for, may be going in there and rescuing her friend / love and his family.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
We'll talk about this later. And then, I've become an old married man, and it's depressing.
Alright, so Alfair's gonna go kind of bust open the door?
I want to try and stealthily, peek in, I guess. Make sure there's nobody else in there with them.
Okay, so roll me a stealth check, please. Yeah, and just a touchdown again on... We prefer not to have personal comments about cast members, just because it does get kind of tiring after a while, especially for the female members of the cast when it's, who's that hot girl, blah 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 blah. It is kind of annoying after time, guys. So whilst we appreciate you not being a total dick, it's just the general rules. Keep everyone having a good time, I mean, Josh gets harassed every day at this point. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I know. But no, it's just, And if you want to know more, just ! Ruse. And there it is.
So Alfie, you kind of try to turn the lock, And as you're doing that, you do kind of you do manage to get sight in. However, you do kind of make a bit of noise as you're doing it. And you look inside, and in this room, you see that there are several. You can push yourself in there. There you go. There is a woman up the top there who's in shackles. Two women down below. One woman below and one boy below. The one on the right will say it's the boy. In fact, I'll bring a different token for him just for the sake of that. And there are two of these ruffians with daggers to the throats of the boy and his mother. And Rosie says, Thomas. And the little boy looks back. Rosie?
I swear his name was Billy like 20 minutes ago.
He's already been called Thomas, I'm not sure.
Who knows?
It is now.
Maybe she's just a bit of like, she's a bit of a player. She's got a couple of guys on the go.
She's got a couple of guys on the go at the same time, yeah, that makes sense.
Rosie seems like the kind of girl who attracts a lot of male attention.
Right. Let me bring in, this can be the boy.
Right.
This can be Thomas, like so. Instead of this lady here. Perfect. So, that's what you see. And the two ruffians say, "Don't go any closer, or we'll kill them both."
Alright. I'm gonna kind of motion Rosie to stand beside me.
She
And,
does.
I want to cast Chill Touch on them.
Damn. Okay, so sounds like we need to roll initiative here because you're going in, and we'll start initiative again because it does seem important as to who gets first, because it could be the end of one of them here.
I think also I'm going to hearing that I will come your way.
Okay. Nice. And in fact, in this room, we're going to say that the blood is actually dripping from the ceiling for the viewer decision 8 vote. And it's actually, you look upwards and you see the previous victims of the Red Brand ruffians kind of like pressed up to the ceiling with iron spikes dripping down the blood onto the child. So everyone roll initiative and we'll see what turn order we have for this little combat we have here. This situation which is getting out of hand pretty quick. So Althea, what did you roll?
Let me unselect my token because that doesn't work.
It happens.
12.
12. Okay. These guys gonna roll that. Let me see what they get. Drock, what did you roll, real quick?
An 18.
Nice. So did they. Do you have a +3 to your dex? Or
No,
lower?
I've got no plus, unfortunately.
Okay. So Drock there. Sanyas, what did you roll? 11 looks like. And Rose will go last. Sure. So, turn order for this is the ruffians going first, followed by Drock, followed by Althea, followed by Sanyas, and then bring up the rear Rosie. So, they see you about to go into attack Althea, casting magic from your hand. There's Chill Touch, and the ruffian just kind of like cuts the throat of the mother as this happens and throws her onto you. So could you roll me a quick dexterity saving throw, please, Althea?
What an asshole!
Yep.
Yes, he's the arsehole in this situation.
So, Althea, a 12 dex isn't quite enough, and you're actually stumbled as this body kind of runs into you, and she's still like clutching out the wound, and she just kind of grapples onto you, and she's like hugging you as she's bleeding out, and the kid is like, ah! And the one on the left here, he says to the guy on the right, kill him! Quick! And the other guy's like, he's holding him and he says, don't move any further! If you do anything else, I'll kill him! Holding on to the boy. Are you guys continuing to act and to kind of attack?
Well, I think it's my turn.
It is,
Like,
it's
I'm
Drock's. It's Drock Longthorn's turn.
I'm Drock. Like when you say Longclaw, just like every now and again, it sounds more like you said Drock Uncle. And
Uncle.
I like yes. It's
Hey,
original.
and thanks so much to that epic tragedy for subscribing. Thanks so much, my friend. You're the most gentlemanly of scholars. Enjoy the new badge, enjoy the emotes, enjoy the more gold. And thanks so much, my friend. It's so generous of you, seeing as you just literally showed up today. That's crazy.
Can I possibly push like what I've just done, where I've moved my tokens? Can I push Rosie out the way and stand there because I want to yell at someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I move in and I yell, basically very angrily at these two people. I just say, "You're cornered and we outnumber you. You kill another human shield, and there's no one standing between me and murdering all of you fuckers." Because I'm very angry that they just killed someone's mother. That's really shitty of them.
Pretty shit. Pretty shit. Okay.
And I'm wielding hammer.
Yes.
I draw my hammer. Can I roll like an intimidation maybe, or?
Sure. Roll me intimidate check.
Cool. Oh god.
Oh no. What was that roll?
6.
Yeah, 6 is not enough, unfortunately. They are more afraid of each other than you, and they think they have the advantage at this point.
They have no exit, and we outnumber them like 2 to 1. We're just, oh yeah, you'll be fine.
So, perfect. Alfea, it's your turn.
Okay. So this mother, is she like actually dead yet?
She's dying. I mean, she's had her throat slit. I mean...
Can I, like, if giving her a healing potion, would that save her? Like,
I mean, she needs medical attention as well as probably a healing potion. Probably a combination of the two, you know? Yeah, right.
Actually, medicine is my proficiency.
And I have a healing potion.
You are a cleric. I mean,
well,
Yeah.
as a death cleric, cure wounds isn't in my domain anymore.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh god.
It was optional. It was kind of extra course you could take the cure light wounds, but meh.
You know, there was a really good heavy metal goth band playing that night, so you know.
Yeah,
was going.
you don't get cure wounds as a trickery cleric either. It gets annoying.
I'm going to attempt to stop the bleeding with a medicine check, I guess.
Medicine check sounds good to me.
Okay.
Very hopeful. Very hopeful.
Us.
Let me know what you get.
21.
A 21, you say? 21's pretty good. I mean, this is no guarantee that this woman is going to die, but she, going to survive. I mean, you like the wound from the blood like flowing all over your hands and down your arm at this point. You probably put like a rag to it to like stop the bleeding somewhat. But I mean, all of us know, like, if you have a throat slit, it's not looking very good whatsoever. However, the wound isn't so deep that it's impossible that she could survive. I mean, people do survive these things. Thanks so much to Red Kitsune for following. Welcome, my friend to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So, I mean, it's entirely possible she could survive this. At this point, she's stable enough that you don't have to constantly press down on her throat to make sure she's alive. You think she'd probably survive the next few moments.
Okay.
So, that's Alfea's turn. It's Sanya's turn. She gonna risk this boy's life?
I don't know.
It's toughy. And they got a knife to his throat. Seem like they might mean business.
Yeah, they obviously do.
There's blood dripping from the ceiling from their other victims. What would Sanya do?
She would try and save the boy. I've just got no idea how.
Is she moving in? I guess she's not really moving into attack as such, but...
Save the world.
Yeah. So he's got a knife to the boy's throat. Is she going to try and talk him down?
Yeah, she's gonna kind of go like that. He's just a kid. Why kill him? He means, what does he actually mean? Why is he that important? He's literally just a kid. Is it to prove a point? I mean, you've already killed his mum. Point proven. What else have you got to prove?
We want to get out of here, and you're going to let us go.
Then give us the boy.
As a free action, can I just say, if you leave, you don't take any hostages. You just leave. That's the deal.
He says, if we're getting out of here, we're gonna drop the boy until we get to that door there, and he points to the door, and then we'll give it to you, and then
No.
we're going. Well, I don't think you've got any choice here, sweetheart.
Oh. Are we out of like initiative here?
Yeah, I mean, freeform, kind of do
Cool.
what you want.
Okay, right. In which case, Drock will just turn around and say, how many of you are there in this room? Maybe you have more friends out there. Maybe
You
they'll
want to
come
risk the boy's life? Then do it.
I'm asking
Give
you
us
right
the boy.
There's 2 of you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. My friend outside. You've already let one of your lot go. He told us some very interesting things. He told us about your leader, Glassstaff. He told us that there were some captives round by the crypts. He told us that you guys aren't so bad.
Give us the boy and prove it.
Yeah, he says, what kind of guarantee did I have? He was going to turn around and kill us.
Well, we didn't kill the last guy. I have poison on my daggers, and I'm quite sure I could kill you all. As a group, we could probably do it too. Hand over the boy, and you can leave.
Drock just chucks his hammer, like I'm not throwing it at him. I'm throwing it so like over here, and I just stand there and shrug and just say, "You really think we came down here to kill you? We came down here because there is a family. That's all we want. We want them to be safe. Killing you doesn't solve anything. It doesn't make anyone safer. It just antagonizes your gang. It just leads to more bloodshed. It makes no sense whatsoever. I just want to see that kid gets to live out the rest of his days, have a life. Is there really so much to ask?"
He says, alright, I'll think about it. I'm going to slowly start walking over to the door with my friend here. You understand? He starts taking a few steps forward, the both of them. And kind of with Thomas still in check. Get out of the way, step back against the bars over here. He kind of points into this area here.
Drock will say, "I'm not armed."
I said,
And
get back there.
He says, "I'm not armed. I'll move out the way, but I need you to give me the boy."
Get back there, then you'll get the boy.
He looks the guy dead in the eye and just says, "I'm gonna trust you. Just this once. This is the only chance. I'll step back. And I'm gonna have a little faith that you are still a human being and understand that this boy's life means something." And Drock will get out of the way.
Okay, so Drock steps back out. What about the rest of you guys? Because you're still kind of in his way. He's expecting for the group of you to kind of step
He
back.
told us to get back against the bars. I'm against the bars.
Yeah, me too.
If I prepare an action, he does anything stupid, I'm gonna body shot, smash the absolute shit out of this guy.
Yep, if he does anything, I am gonna stab him.
Nice. Okay. So you prep your actions, ready to charge in should the man stop, and he kind of starts walking over to the door. The group of them, they leave the door, and he says, "All right, I'm gonna leave the boy here. If anyone follows me, anyone at all, I'll come back here and kill him."
Okay.
And he pushes the
Sanyas
boy.
puts her hand on the shoulder of the kid and just kind of pulls him closer to
He
to the
pushes him
group.
in, and immediately they run off out into the darkness, back the way that you guys came from.
Drock, basically, can I? This door. How do we open it? Did we break it open, or because I can't remember?
The door here you did kind of bust open, yeah.
Okay, cool. In which case, I will close the door to the best of the ability, making sure that it's not going to jam shut. and then like immediately grab my hammer and rush over to the boy's mother and like offer up a healing potion. Is she okay?
She's bleeding a lot and she's had her throat slit. I mean, to Drox,
Drock's seen people on the battlefield. Drock knows
she's probably not going to make it. But at least the best you could do is kind of lessen her pain.
Oh yeah, like I love that. Just like Death Dope's like, I think I might have stabilized that, and Drock just like stabs her in the eyes, like it's the only way.
The mercy.
Drock, Drock will leave her to the cleric and notice for the first time that I don't think anyone's sort of brought this up. Who's that?
Who's that? Is it Porangar777? Welcome, Porangar, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Yes, there is a woman here who is trapped.
Is she alive?
She is, yeah. She's looking very furtive and scared at you guys.
What is she? How old is she? Does she look injured?
She looks like 16 max. And thanks so much to Short Manian for following. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Yeah, probably like 16, 15, that kind of age.
Cool. Is there any obvious way of opening the bars?
The bars look like they are locked, and you don't have the key. But you can probably try to break through or bust it open.
Hammer.
Yeah, I mean, you crack down a hammer.
Or I
lock.
could.
Nope.
Or I could pick the lock.
Don't have time for your stupid, like, hammer time.
It's hammer time, goddammit. Thanks, Wish Dr. Timmy, for the host. Yeah, so you just kind of bust open the hammer down upon the lock, and you see it just kind of snap open, and the girl inside just begins to step back, and she's shackled to the wall. She's got red hair, and she's kind of covered in grime, and you see you see that she just kind of backs away in the corner from you. Please, don't hurt me.
I shake my head and I like. He looks horrified that she'd even suggest such a thing and says, "Listen, I need you to step away from the part of the wall where your shackles are anchored. I need to free you."
Who are you?
I'm new in town. I don't think we've had the pleasure of meeting. And he'll like put his hammer down and he'll drop to one knee and give like extend his hand and just say, "My name is Drock Longford. I'm a noble from, well, a land you probably wouldn't have heard of, but let's just say, right now, I'm your friend."
Welcome.
And thanks to Golden Sail for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And thanks to Aphodos as well, guys. It's been an insane day. There's like 50 of you guys or something.
Oh, so many subscribes. It's been insane. So many viewer decisions.
I know, yeah.
Welcome.
There you go, guys. So she says, my mum, is she going to be okay?
I look at her and I say, don't look at her from now. What's your name?
My name? My name is Nars.
Nars. That's a lovely name, Nars. Do you mind if you could just step back a little bit? Look at me. I'm just going to show you. This is an interesting trick. I'm going to show you how to remove a shackle from a wall. You would think that the best way to remove the shackle from a wall is to pull it. But actually, if you swing a hammer at it very hard, and I'm just going to swing my hammer at the wall right on the place where the shackle is and hopefully break it.
Yeah, it snaps off in an instant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I say, that's one way to do it, but my friend here, Sanyas, my friend here, she's an absolute dab hand at some nifty tricks with the hair clip and all that stuff that girls use. She could probably teach you how to pick your own manacles if you ever end up in this sort of situation again. She's an absolute whiz at this. I'm going to go over and check on your mother, but right now, Sanyas is going to look after you. I know she's tiny, but really she's an adult, so you're safe with her.
Okay. And thanks to Sergeant Sockham for following. Welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. So, she starts talking to Sanyas. Cutting back to our friends Rosie and Thomas here. Where is Rosie even? Where do we put her? You should have control. Oh, there she is. Yeah, I couldn't see her for some reason. So Rosie is actually talking to Thomas at this point. And Rosie's like, "Hi, Thomas," and Tyler's like, "Hey, Rosie, how are you?" "I'm good. I don't have a soul anymore, but that's fine." And he's like, "Is my mum gonna be okay? Anyone? Is she gonna be okay?"
I'm
Go ahead.
beside her, kneeling down next to the mom, trying to help.
Yeah. And Rosie says, "She's probably gonna die, but it's okay because we can be together forever now." Bearing in mind this is a 7-year-old girl, and he says, I just wanted to be okay, Mummy." And he's kind of going over to his mother, who's like dying again.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What was that, Will? Okay, good, got it. I wasn't sure if that was the subscriber slurp or if that was actually
The sub slurp.
slurp. Yeah,
Patented.
Indeed. I say, I turn to Althea and say, "Can you help her?"
I can try one more time, but if it doesn't work,
I hand her a healing potion because I don't understand how fucking healing works. So I'm just like, this makes people better.
I can try doing another medicine check.
I've played many RPG dungeon crawling games like Eat Cake and stuff like that. Food always heals you.
Cake!
You've got cake.
Oh god!
We have cake!
You have cake. Is the cake a lie though? That's the question. Because, okay, so to catch you guys up, Althea has a magical item, which is a birthday cake, which is on she rolls a D2, and she makes a wish. On a 1, the wish is very bad. On a 2, the wish comes true. So there's a 50-50 chance that a wish that Althea makes goes very well or very poorly.
So it will still probably come true. It's just in the worst
way.
possible way you could make it come true.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out this birthday cake and I'm gonna go over to Tommy.
Tommy, I know your mother's died, but here's some cake.
Okay, Tommy, this is gonna sound kind of weird. I'm just holding a piece of cake with a candle.
It's a birthday cake.
Just like confetti and balloons go off.
With this candle, when you blow it out, you can make any wish that you want. If you want your mom to live, make that your wish.
I've got straw poll in chat for "Is the cake a lie?" Options are yes, no, or "This is a lie." So he says, I wish my mummy was well again," and blows out the candle. And thanks so much to the cat by Was for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentle cat and a scholar. Now, I want to see what Straw Pass says. I'm kind of interested to see. Let me see the results. The results are looking. It's either the cake is a lie or the straw poll is a lie. It's hard to say. So, can you please, Kira, roll me 1d2. On a 1, something very bad will happen. On a 2, something very, very good will happen. So, would you please roll a d2?
Rip.
Rest in pepperoni. Can we get some ERP rip for that, guys? Rest in the pieces of his mother's cake, of the body which is there dying below. So that is a perfect cliffhanger with which to end today's session. The perfect way to leave you guys wanting more and yet teasing you terribly. So, guys, it's been a great 6 or so hours here in Counter Roleplay. First we had a game of the Emerald Citadel new season, and now we had the continuation of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. So, if you guys enjoyed this session, let us know in the chat. Hit that follow button for us if you haven't already. If you enjoyed today's show, we've got plenty of shows during the week you can catch on to. Here's our full schedule, which you can find here. we will catch up again same time next week. If you missed any of this session or any of the previous sessions, you can find all of them up on YouTube, and all the social media stuff is there. So if you haven't followed it, hit that follow button for us and join us. Thank you for hanging out today. These are the worst English accents I've ever heard. So let's go around and thank our cast members for today's show, for making it such a good one. So let's go over to Josh. Thoughts on today's session and anything you want to plug or shout out?
I mean, we've gone from like we've had a house fell in love with me.
Yes.
We've had you stealing. Akira stole the soul of a 7-year-old girl.
I didn't steal it. I suggested it.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
Beth got herself barred from a tavern and is now not allowed to return, supposedly because she wasn't okay with them stealing the soul of a 7-year-old girl.
And I threatened to kill the death cleric that did it. And I got banned from the tavern. And I'm just like, he knocked her out. He's not banned from the tavern. I just threatened.
I kicked her across the entire room. I hit her with a sledgehammer, but she got banned. So that's all good. So I think, we all learned a little bit about love, about relationships, about family, about housing, and really, like, I feel like the ultimate goal of this is no longer finding a lost mine. It's all about finding somewhere that Rosie, Drock, and Althea can settle down. We've got a house out there somewhere. Maybe there's a mimic house we can live in. We just need to convince it that to be part of the family. That's the dream. And on that beautiful idea that I want to plant in chat side mind, and hopefully you guys will help us achieve our lead.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're using Roll20.net today, and also special shout out to the guys over at Roll20.net for retweeting us and helping us out. Send us free stuff, Roll20. Why don't you do it? We're great. We're the best. Thanks for the help, guys. And awesome pack, I have to say. If you guys haven't bought this Lost Mine of Phandelver pack, I'd suggest you do it, actually, because I found it was really helpful for today's session, and a big markup in, like, quality for the stream and for the players and the dynamic lighting stuff. It does it all for you. It's like $20. Everything you need, all of the different combats, all the different scenes. It's super cool and super useful. I also bought the Storm King's Thunder pre-order on there, which is going to have the exact same thing. So when we play Storm King's Thunder in September in a few months' time, that will be awesome and sexy and nice there as well. But let's go to Kira. Kira, you do things on the internet.
Yeah, I do. My friends and myself are trying to start up a new kind of like variety streaming group called Subpar Mediocre Gamers. I do creative streams twice a week, so I did some art yesterday. I'm going to do some art tomorrow as well, which will be kind of like a viewer decision based. And then on Thursday and Fridays we do kind of like group games, so it'd be like Diablo or GTA, Minecraft. We're doing a hardcore survival series. It's lots of fun. And then we have a couple D&D campaigns of our own that we play on Saturday, Sunday, as well as I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, go check that out, guys. Find Kira at twitch.tv/SBMG_Kira. Wait, did I do that right? I don't know if I did it right. Yeah, I did. SBMG_Kira. Okay. Perfect. Beth, how are you doing?
I'm alright.
Good.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I have work tomorrow morning.
Okay.
It's been a long day. But yeah, I really enjoyed today's session. I wish I was a little bit more with it, but hey.
It's all good. Made it through.
I did indeed.
Save
I
the
did
kids.
I did nearly have to go lie down for 5 minutes at one point though. I was just like, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Oh dear.
So yeah,
tell us where we can find you, stuff like that.
You can find me on Twitter at EncounterBeth. You can find me lurking in the tavern or role-playing in the tavern or running the tavern at various points, most days, which is our Discord server, which has been linked in chat. I will do it again.
There you go. Find it there.
And you can come and join us and role-play and talk about various role-plays. And there's a couple of people in at the moment talking about systems they're building and creating and stuff. There's a lot of interesting things going on.
Nice.
We have the guild for one-shots and adventures and stuff. It's a lot of fun. You should pop in. Say hello.
Join us. Why not? You can find all the rules and stuff and all the stuff you need. Oh, not Tavern rather. And you can just join us in the Discord just to hang out with us and talk to D&D people, because if you never need to find a group, it's actually
We are
quite a
all
good place to find
nerds.
it. Yeah,
I found 2. I'm in 2 more campaigns because of Tavern now. So there are always people around looking for people to join in one shots and campaigns and stuff as well. So
go find that there. Other than that, though, we're going to be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and it's going to be our celebration stream for partnership and followers. 5,000 of you guys. So we're going to be doing that.
What?
Yeah.
when did that happen?
That happened the other day. On Saturday, we had 5,000. We had like 300.
I was on holiday. That's my excuse.
It's excusable.
For not
That's fair
knowing.
enough. So yeah, we hit that on Saturday, Sunday morning, and now it's Tuesday, and there's like 5,160 or 70 of you guys. It's fucking insane. So I've had a really crazy
Love
few
you
weeks.
guys.
It's been amazing. Subscribers been awesome. Partnership's great. There's how many? There are like 35 subscribers already, which is super cool, seeing as we got it like yesterday. We haven't even got all of our emotes and badges and stuff sorted properly yet. So that's going to be a big celebration starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST, which is 6 p.m. in the UK time. I'm going to be doing some prep for that game. We're going to write it together, and then in the afternoon, we're going to play it with the wonderful folks over in Canada Roleplay Team. So that's when you can join us for that. Thursday, I don't think I will be streaming because it's the very last days I'm here in America, and I want to spend the most time I can